Elwood City has had a long tradition in football being played at the Ewing Park Sports Complex, just a little drive from the school. But that's not where the Wolverine football started. The day, October 16th, 2023, will mark the 70th anniversary of football being played at Helling Stadium. But before there, football was played near the school grounds on a field called Lawrence Field, traditionally where the choir, band, and big gym are located today. The first season played at Lawrence Field, later named Lincoln Field, was in 1921. The field was located at the current parking lot at Lincoln High School. The last game played at Lincoln Field was October 3rd, 1953 versus Aliquippa. Aliquippa won 13-6. The last touchdown scored at Lincoln Field was a 50-yard touchdown pass from Reno Angelone to Ray Johnston from Elwood City. But a big project was in the making that took over a year to plan, map out, and finalize, as the Wolverines would have a new home for the upcoming season. October 16th, 1953 was when the first football game was played in Ewing Park Sports Complex at Ewing Park Stadium versus Clairton. Clairton won 32-12. The first touchdown scored at the field was by Bill Hill for Clairton on a 9-yard run. Elwood City's first touchdown in Ewing Park was a 43-yard touchdown pass from Reno Angelone, you guessed it, to Ray Johnston. More plans came together just a year later to make the complex that much more accommodating. The field house at Ewing Park Stadium was constructed in 1954. 15 years later, on September 12, 1969, Ewing Park Stadium was renamed Helling Stadium in honor of Dr. H.E. Helling, a local physician for more than 60 years and a school board member for 31 years. The last game played at the original field in Ewing Park, Helling Stadium, was on November 7, 1997, a playoff game versus Brownsville. Brownsville won 14-7. The last touchdown scored by Elwood City on the field was a 33-yard touchdown run by Dave Gardner. The last touchdown scored on the field overall was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Mike Patitucci to Quentin Biddings. A new era was arriving for Elwood City, and that included a new, reconstructed football field. The first football game played at the reconstructed Helling Stadium was October 10, 1998 versus Moon. Moon won 34-7. The first ever touchdown scored on the new field was a 1-yard run by Pat Miller from Moon. The first Elwood City touchdown on the field was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Santino Sonny Riccio to Ben Lucarelli. The field has seen a lot of games played during that time, but the push for turf field lingered for several years, even decades. Finally, something big and new, never done before in Elwood, was coming. Artificial turf was upon us for the Wolverines. The first game played at the current renovated Helling Stadium with artificial turf was October 14th, 2023 versus Beaver Falls. Beaver Falls won 42-13. The first touchdown scored on the field was a 58-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Brickner to Richard Singleton. The first touchdown scored by Elwood City on the new turf was a 17-yard run by Elijah Palmer McCain. Elwood City has also had the ability to play soccer, have practice for the band, the cheerleaders, and the teams when weather is not permitting. Spring training and conditioning for other sports like baseball and softball can also be conducted on the new turf field, opening new possibilities to future plans and activities. As the history continues to build for Elwood City and Lincoln High School, one thing is certain: build it and they will come. Thanks to Darren Schilling, Lincoln High School administration, as well as our great friend at Lawrence County Memoirs, Jeff Bales Jr. Please check out his website for more information regarding all things Lawrence County Memoirs at lcmemoirs.com. Week 4 action from Helling Stadium featured a fast-tempo offense in the Golden Beavers of Western Beaver, while possession and ball security was the name of the game for the Wolverines. First quarter action featured a quick turnover by the team in white as a fumble recovery by Elwood's very own Ethan Patterson led to a touchdown reception by senior Michael Walters, once again from Chris Smiley. Wolverines jumped out early, but Western Beaver had the answer all evening long. A quick answer by running back Tyson Florence had the Golden Beavers out in front early first quarter. The action in quarter 1 was not done yet, Another turnover led to an 8-yard touchdown run by WPIL rushing leader Elijah Palmer McCain to swing the lead back to the Wolverines. Western Beaver had another answer. Another great touchdown pass by Javin Peel was completed to Florence from 45 yards out. The pace slowed down a bit in the second quarter as only one score was done by Western Beaver and gave them the lead 20-12 at halftime. Elwood City was finally back and was able to break through in that second half late in the third quarter as another 2-yard touchdown run was capped off by, you guessed it, Elijah Palmer McCain. Unfortunately for the Wolverines, that would be their last score on the night. 3 more scores by Western Beaver saw the 20-18 lead finish at 41-18 as Javin Peel connected to go-to wide receiver Dorian McGee, upcoming Mikey Crawford, while Florence scored another rushing touchdown. The loss will have the Wolverines looking to pick one back up in the win column this week as they start the second half of the season. Elwood City, Mohawk, a game that features the number 1 WPIL rusher, the WPIL number 1 touchdown passer, is next on Elwood City Sports.
The Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band is a traditional marching band. Since the late 1950s, the band has been known as the Blue Band, named after the Penn State Blue Band. Throughout the years, the LHS Blue Band has kept with its tradition of the show-style, high-step style of marching. In the early 2000s, the band was made into an all-brass and percussion marching band format, much like the Ohio State Marching Band. While honoring our past, we celebrate the present and embrace the future.
Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you tonight from Helling Stadium, Elwood City, Pennsylvania, where tonight the Elwood City Wolverines are hosting the Mohawk Warriors. What a beautiful night for football. It's cooling off a little bit. We got the sun behind the trees across the way. Going to make it a beautiful viewing night. Folks, lots of good seats left available. If you're close by, make yourself on over to the stadium today and see a great forthcoming game here tonight. Thad Sturgeon alongside producer Brad Windhorst and cameraman Dakota Marshall tonight. And what a great night as the Mohawk Warriors come in with a record of 4-1, 2-0 in conference play. The Elwood City Wolverines coming in at 3-2, 1-1 on conference play. Wolverines coming off a loss to Western Beaver last week, 41-18. The crazy stat in my mind, and here, Dakota got that on camera. We got cheer night tonight. So a lot of cheerleaders here tonight. If there's a worldwide shortage of bows, that is the reason why. Because there's lots of bows out there. As we got quick glance, there's got to be 70, 80, a bunch of cheerleaders, range from 5 up to seniors here in high school. But the telling stat for me last week, when we got done with the game, Western Beaver scored 41 points and had 8 first downs. If you want to do some quick thinking there, that means to tell you they had a lot of. On the flip side, for the Wolverines, they're averaging 25 points a game, and their opponents are averaging 25.4. So you got an offense here coming in from the Warriors that is pretty high-powered. We'll get that here. Talk about that more as we move on in our pregame show. Unique thing happening here tonight, and if you saw our promo or promo bump, whatever you want to call it, that's 1A up to 6A. He is the leading rusher coming in to week five here with 779 yards. That's a pretty amazing thing to see right in front of our eyes tonight. He's going to run out there. You get 150, 200 yards. No team has really kept him at bay yet up to this point this year. We had 5 games, 779 yards. He's averaging over 150 a game. On the flip side, on the Mohawk Warriors, senior Jay Rona, who has 1,145 yards on the year so far, he is leading the WPIAL with 20 touchdowns. So you got the leading rusher in WPIAL on Elwood's side, and you got the leading touchdown passer for Mohawk heading up their offense. And a unique thing as we'll see here as we move on, Mohawk that is very impressive to me as you look over the stats. Bobby Fadden, a sophomore, and just to go back to Rona for a moment, phenomenal athlete. Last year he was one of the Newcastle News Lawrence County top 12 male athletes of the year because we'll see him on the basketball court. He's a great basketball player. You'll see him playing football here tonight on the baseball team, and he's doing really well in golf right now. I think he was qualified for states, Brad. He's in the conversation, being one of the better golfers here in the Tri-County area.
And you're talking about Jay Rona.
Yes, I am.
Well, there's also this other guy that's named Drew Rona, his brother. He also made it as well.
Okay, so the Rona family, Jay is doing just a phenomenal athlete. Following behind that, Bobby Fadden, his favorite wide receiver, has 23 receptions for 448 yards. That's a 19.5 average per reception. The top 5 receivers for Mohawk are averaging. Logan's averaging 24 yards per catch. Boston's averaging 15.8. Retort has 10 receptions for 20.3 yards. They have a lot of targets they're going to go to, and by the averages, Brad, they're going downfield a long way. So look for a lot of passing here tonight. Don't take anything away from Justin Boston. He's their lead dog, carrying the ball with 66 carries, averaging 6.1. Cash Stratton, you'll see him carrying the ball some, as well as Sam List. They're averaging 7.4 and 4.1 yards, respectively. A lot of history here. Brad coined this the W Series because we have the Warriors and the Wolverines. Historical stats, all-time record, 11-9 in their 20 meetings, all the way going back to 1938. Wow, I wasn't around for that one. But the Mohawk and Elwood City played their first game in 1938. Mohawk won that game 7-0. More recently, though, we'll go to a little more newer times.
In this century.
In this century, yes, exactly.
Not really, but yeah.
Let's go on to this decade. Right now, really, Mohawk has a 5-game win streak. Last year, they beat the Wolverines 32-13. And but before that, back in 2014, 2015, the Wolverines found a win there, 46-36 and 48-36. So some history here, a little more recent history between these two teams, and two really, quite frankly, neighboring school districts for the border right up one side to the other. A little less than 10 minutes away here from kickoff. As we talked about the Mohawk Warriors, let's flip it over here and talk about our home Elwood City Wolverines. The Wolverines have come on a record of 3-2, 3 wins. That's the most wins in a season in about 5-6 seasons, Brad.
And one of the things I'll add to it, to this series that we're talking about here, Thad,
okay,
is the last team that had beaten Elwood 5 times, Freedom. So if Elwood could just repeat a little bit of history just a couple weeks ago,
that's right.
You never know.
That's right. So the Wolverines, as I said, under junior quarterback Chris Smiley, he's 51 for 98 on passing. That's going to be good for about a 13.1 average. And so Chris Smiley doing a great job. He does have 17 touchdowns on the year and just 3 interceptions. That's drastically improved from what he did there a couple years ago. And so Chris doing a great job coming out there in the quarterback position, definitely improving much over last year. One of his favorite receivers is senior Michael Walters. I'm sure we'll see him here tonight. He has 19 receptions, 262 yards, 13.8 average. But the neat thing about Michael Walters is of his 19 receptions, 5 of them have been for touchdowns. Also, we'll see him go to a target, Luciano Gagrick. We'll see Luch coming out of the backfield a lot. He's averaging 11.1, and Declan Gray is averaging 9 yards per catch. And then the rushing side of it, of course, we did talk about the featured run, 79 yards, 5.5 average, and 5 TDs. Luciano Gagrick, 38 carries, but he's got 7 carries for a 4.9 average and got a TD there. What was that, 2 weeks ago? So the offense for the Wolverines, we'll see a lot of Elijah Palmer McCain, and the receivers will be more than glad to see them down the field. Standings, Brad, do you have them handy there?
Absolutely.
We do that?
Yeah, one of the things, folks, when there is a big game, big crowds, a lot of electric environment, there's a lot of cell phones here, and that pulls from a cell phone tower. So does our hotspot. So we just switched to the other hotspot, which has a better connection. Verizon does have a limited hotspot system. Getting too technical, too nerdy, but it is what it is. But we are good. So we did switch. So if you randomly saw something flicker, it was not Thad streaking across the screen. It was literally just a change of internet source. So we're good to go.
Okay.
Here are those standings on your screen now. Mohawk Warriors, Thad, I would have not guessed this, but when you're 5 weeks in the books and you're 4-1 and you're 2-0 in section play, you lead the conference. Beaver Falls, a team that we thought would be a little bit stronger early, they had a big upset there. They had a big loss to Neshannock. Now, we are talking about one single play, a 2-point conversion that could have then, we wouldn't, Beaver Falls 3-2, they're 2-0, and they're in the top of the section. We're not complaining, we're not talking. But just be careful with Beaver Falls. They're a sleeper team. They're sitting in the 4th seed. Neshannock does Neshannock what Neshannock does. It is what it is. The Lancers have been on point, and that's going to be a showdown when that one occurs. I kind of want to make sure we check in during our game. Neshannock and Mohawk, oh boy, is that going to be something. Rounding out the bottom end of those things, 5 through 8, Freedom, Western Beaver, Riverside, New Brighton. What do they all have in common? Do I dare ask you that? Let me say it one more time. Freedom, Western Beaver, Riverside, New Brighton. They are all Beaver County teams. So maybe the Lawrence County end of things, Mohawk, Neshannock, and Elwood City, may be coming through a little bit, just showing maybe they've got the dominance this year. But we'll see. We still have plenty of weeks to go.
A lot of football.
This is just
to be played.
The sixth game.
So and yes, there is. So you see the standings here. We don't want to. Do we want to talk about playoffs in Week 6? You kind of have to. And when you start dealing with these section games, such as we are here tonight, you just hate to see them losses in the section game because they could really come back to bite you as you come down into the Week 9, Week 10 of the football season. So about 4.5 minutes away here from kickoff, and hope you got to see there next week. Get your plans made now for next Friday night for New Brighton Lions, right? Not Tigers, Lions.
Me oh my. Lions, Bears, and Tigers.
Okay,
No,
Lions.
you're right.
Yep,
It's the Lions.
Lions. If you've been a long-time listener, you get the joke to that one. Do not ever miss up New Brighton Lions and Beaver Falls Tigers. It will make social media all abuzz. But we'll keep that straight. But next week is homecoming. Big night homecoming. The homecoming court was announced this week. And we'll have that homecoming festivities. Next week, of course, we'll be covering all the action before all the pregame festivities for that. Brad, we talked about both teams. We had got Mohawk coming in. We got the Elwood City Wolverines sitting here and ready to go for some football.
And don't want to take away from football tonight, but while we have this time, we always run out of time, so we might as well talk about it real quick. Let's talk about Elwood City sports in general for the week, as Mohawk is just about ready to come out, so that's perfectly timed. Elwood City sports so far this week. Girls tennis finished up a victory 5-0 over Beaver Falls, so their season officially in the books. Golf, Jordan Keller, once again, number 1 at Tam O'Shanter. He won the championship for the individual. Elwood City as a team finished number 2. Golf is in the books. Cross country, big matchup next week, folks. We're going to push it like crazy on social media. Please, please, please make the time, make the opportunity to be there. Even if you're driving by, just stop for 2 minutes. They have a match versus Riverside. I believe it's here at Ewing Park on Monday. Volleyball. Got back into the win column, a tough one, and we'll let it slide. We'll leave it be. Thursday night was a hot mess. It was a crazy game. They did beat Riverside. The Rivel Cup is back once again for girls volleyball back on our side. So a lot of sports going on, a lot of craziness. We got a football game here, though, because I see some Elwood Wolverine helmets starting to come out here. So
that'll be great. So
I'll let it go back to you.
2 moments away from we see the Mohawk Warriors team coming out on the field right now, and we don't have to worry about that sun glare like we do earlier in the year, so it works out pretty well with that. Got the American flag out there by Mohawk, number 78 carrying that, and that is Brian Birchfield was carrying the American flag for the Mohawk Warriors. We're going to see the same thing happen with the Elwood City Wolverines as they are soon here ready to enter in for their Week 5, 6th game of the season. Western theme night here, seeing some cowboy hats down there in the student section. And here comes your Elwood City Wolverines busting through. Carrying the EC flag is Elijah Palmer McCain, and with the American flag is Declan O'Brien as they come here to the sidelines. As I said, you see all the cheerleaders out there, for it is cheer night here, a long-time tradition that they've been doing here at Elwood City for quite a number of years now. They get all the cheerleaders involved on this particular night. So Coach Dan Bradley of the Wolverines in his 2nd year, and Tim McCutcheon, the head coach from the Mohawk Warriors. He's been there several years. I should have researched that a little bit, but I know he said his name. I've been doing it 6 years. I think I've been saying his name every year or close to that. Last year, we talked about Rona. He broke a school record, and Brad, you wrote that down for me, and I don't know where.
Well, I tell you what.
I get too many papers.
While you're getting to it, why don't we talk about the captains on the field here
there we go.
real quick.
I see them coming.
You got number 20 for Mohawk, and that
is AJ Verdi.
Yep, and I think it was number 78
the aforementioned Brian Birchfield, who carried the flag out.
66.
And that is Alex Chapman.
And number 9.
Number 9 is Dante Retort, wide receiver for the team. And for the Wolverines, we have Luciano Gagrick. We got number 76 out there. Excuse me. For the Wolverines.
Yep.
And that is Tristan Reynolds.
Michael
Walters was out there.
And number 72.
Number 72 is Ryder Grinnan. Also, one town, one team, one family. This year we have an honorary captain each and every home game. And the honorary captain tonight is number 6, quarterback and safety for the 6th grade team, Leland Lohr. So, I missed that, guys.
Mohawk won the toss, chose to receive.
All right, so they will get the ball first. Something we've missed the last week or two, Brad, and I so apologize to our friends at Michael's Furniture. They're giving $100 for every win of the Wolverines this year. They're guaranteeing $500 to the Elwood City Food Bank or Food Pantry. So we thank you to our friends at Michael's. We know they're going to give $500. We got 3 wins. They'd be more than happy to give even more to the Elwood City Food Pantry. So coming out will be the Mohawk Warriors. Back deep to receive is number 9, one of the captains, Dante Retort. Along with him is number 3, Bobby Fadden, the sensational sophomore wide receiver, defensive back. He's 6'1", 170 pounds. Michael Walters for the Wolverines, been doing the kicking duties here of late, and he will be kicking off, for we are seconds away from the W Series, Warriors, Wolverines. And here's the run up by Walters. Kicks it on the ground, taken by one of the up men on the run at the 33. Hit hard there, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as number 23 of the Wolverines was in there. Richard Curtin to make the stop.
Number 31.
Number 31 on the return of about 8 yards. Cash Stratton, one of the wide receivers. So here we are. I'm just going to say high-powered Warrior offense under the direction of senior Jay Rona. He stands at 5'11", $165. Completion percentage of about 60%. No, it is 60%. 1,145 yards. More impressive is the 20 TDs that he has. 19-yard average for Fadden.
And number 13, Caden Dachu, had to come off the field. I have a feeling it's he had to take off the left sleeve on the leg. I've never seen that before. Are you not allowed to have one leg sleeve and not?
Apparently not, because he changed something.
Yeah, he took it off. Yes, he did.
Okay, Rona in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Quick pass out there to number 5. Finds his man at the 45-yard line. That's Blake Logan. His 9th catch of the season.
Number 23 drove him out.
And that was Richard Curtin there to drive him out of bounds. Now we see Dodge coming back in. That had to be an equipment issue of some sort. So pickup of 9 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. As Mohawk has Rona deep in the shotgun. It just looks deeper back there. Handoff makes a man. Number 24 on the carry. And that's Boston, a lead receiver.
And 73.
And Twaddell was there to stop him for really no gain. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 now for the Wolverines. So we'll try to get some lineman numbers for you here as the game progresses. There's Rona in the shotgun on this 3rd and 1. Wolverines maybe got a little antsy, but they got themselves back on size. Throws it out there to number 20, makes the catch. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. He pinballs his way forward all the way down to the 42-yard line for a 13-yard gain. A.J. Verdi with the catch and a 1st down all the way down to about the 43-yard line. So that was a pickup of 12. Rona coming out here 2 for 2, early going. First time tonight on this first drive. Mohawk gets into Elwood City territory. It's kind of a... First I thought I formation, and I got things straight with the world. Sends man in motion. Looks like a jet sweep, but a counter. Up the middle it goes. Number 24, Boston on the carry. Not much running room there. Give him 2 yards.
That was number 39, Declan O'Brien, I believe, on the tackle.
So O'Brien limits that to a 1-yard gain. Now going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. Rona gets to the sidelines, gets his play call. Quickly gets into the huddle. On this 2nd down and 9. I think if you're the Wolverines, you'd like these 2nd down, 8, 9, 10s. Drops him in his right. And handoff there to Boston. He zigs and zags his way through, follows his way forward. Second effort's going to get him about 4 yards. I think it's going to be about a 3rd and 5 as I believe it was number 76 getting up at the bottom of the pile. Tristan
as well as Dominic Hogue there.
Okay. Reynolds and Hogue there for the stop. So 3rd down. Warriors already 1 for 1 on 3rd downs tonight. Rona in the shotgun. Going to be 3rd and 6. He surveys, throws it down there. Got his man, number 5. Made the catch was Blake Logan. Actually made it look kind of easy. Just went down there and curled down to 28-yard line. Picked up, I'm going to say 11 on the play. Well, no, they're marked it at the 30, but it is going to be enough for the 1st down. Brad, real quick, where did this drive start at? Do you have that handy?
Yeah, I do. That was a 9-yard pass.
9-yard? Okay.
This one officially started at 36.
So now, 2 for 2 now on 3rd downs is Mohawk on this drive. They have the ball at the Wolverine 30-yard line. Rona. Boston around that left side. Cuts, zigs. You got a flag and kind of in that holding area. We'll wait to see. Yep, and it is going to be holding. That's going to come back. Our first penalty of the night. So they're marking off 10 yards from what appears to be the spot. Well, it was at the line of scrimmage. It must have been behind the line of scrimmage with the new rule this year. So that's going to be 1st down now and 20 for the Warriors at the 40-yard line. Seeing a nice mix of run and pass by the Warriors here in this first drive. Rona now back to pass. Quick strike out there. Gets it to number 5. And he's brought down by Curtin, but not after about 11-yard gain for Blake Logan. That's his 2nd or 3rd catch so far tonight, and he came in tonight with only 8 catches on the season. So picked up 11, so they got the penalty yards back. Now you're looking at 2nd and a long 9. So Rona just getting to the huddle with 10 seconds on the clock. They're going to want to maybe pick up the pace here.
He ran out and looked right at it, too. So
yes,
he knows.
He did. He knows he's up against it, and he did get it off just in time. Rona, he's getting backside pressure from Daccio, and he dumps it. And they say incomplete pass.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Was anybody near it, or was he going to be out of the tackle box?
I think it was on this hash mark, so I think he was out of the tackle box.
That's
I thought at the first initial thought. But give credit that time. Well, give credit downfield coverage. Wolverines had everybody coming, but the leading tackler for the Wolverines, Caden Daccio, was in there in heavy pursuit. And Rona really had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and wisely just dumped the ball off. So now 3rd and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. They're playing this play clock pretty close because you're down to 4 already. And they get him set. Back is Rona. He looks, throws it down there. It's just a little too tall, and lucky for the Wolverines it was. Joe Nail was there. He found that seam and just was a little bit too high. Ball falls incomplete.
And Joe Nail is listed 6'3". So that tells you that ball was probably 7 foot or 8 or 9 foot high, and just missed him.
Well, but I think, you know what, in his first drive, and Mohawk is being effective, and it appears that they're going to be going for it on this 4th down and 9, fourth and 10 from just inside the 30. Huge defensive play here on this 4th down. Rona back. He does have time. He's got lots of time. He's going to try to run it. He hesitated, and down he goes. Wow. Number 8, Luciano Gagrick Michael Walters, I beg your pardon, was in there. Check that replay, Brad. We got to give some credit to that one. Downfield, Rona had nowhere really to go. He wanted to scramble, and when he hesitated to maybe try to throw the ball, Michael Walters was there to get him down from behind. So a huge 4th down defensive stand there by the Wolverines. Brad, we kind of talked before the game off air. You don't want to get into a track meet with these guys.
No.
How do you keep a track meet? You keep them from scoring on every possession, and the Wolverines defense did it there. Now the offense's turn. Back to pass is Smiley. He wants to go deep to Walters. Oh, it's just no.
No, he's saying it's a catch. He's saying a catch. Wow. Oh my, that may be a gift. We'll take it, though.
There's that. Okay. It was tipped. It was thrown into double coverage. It was tipped. Walters stayed with it. It was able to get the ball down to the 35-yard line. So that was about a 32-yard.
A little bit higher. 36.
36-yard pass play. Smiley to Walters. There's Elijah up the middle. He tries to go and get some yardage. Going to be met by a whole host of Warriors there. Getting up from the bottom of the pile.
62.
Give credit to number 62, Scooter McPherson.
I like that
That's
name.
you're going to be a lineman. Scooter McPherson. So pickup of, we're going to give him 3 for EPM, Elijah Palmer McCain. Logan McClymon's out over the ball on this 2nd and 7. Wolverines in Warrior territory. Back to pass. Smiley got his man. Oh, and it's caught there by number 1. Wow, what a catch by Dominic Hogue. He was thrown to the ground with authority as soon as he caught it. But
number
a
9
great catch as Dante Retort was able to take him down. But give Dominic Hogue. I thought he was going to Walters, who was a little bit deeper. Walters appeared to be going down, and then all of a sudden, there was Dominic Hogue with his hands in the air making a catch.
Gain of 19.
Now the 19-yard line. Luciano Gagrick up the middle he goes. Oh, he stumbled, but he got 8 yards.
My apologies. 13 on that last play. My apologies. Got down to the 19.
Yes. Picked up 7 for Luciano Gagrick. Wolverines coming out all guns a-blazing here.
Now all of a sudden they're going to pick up the pace just a little bit, which I like.
I do too. There's handoff to Luch again, and this time met at the line of scrimmage. Number 5 was in there leading the charge. Blake Logan, as well as some friends wearing red from the Warriors. I guess we give Scooter McPherson a shout out for that one too. So ball is at the 11-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Wolverines. This drive started on the 29-yard line, I do believe.
Yep.
Smiley under center. Hands off to Elijah Palmer McCain. Up the middle he goes into the end zone. No, they're saying at the inside the 1-yard line. I believe it's the right call. As Elijah was falling forward, he was trying so desperately hard to get into that end zone, but the knee came down inside the 1-yard line. And Brad, you said it a little bit ago, this hurry up. I like it.
Just QB sneak it or hand it off.
Yep,
there it is.
There it is, Elijah.
Yeah, he's going to get stopped.
That time he got stuffed. Actually lost a yard on the play. Dylan Sumey. S-U-M-E-Y. Sumey, I'm going to say. So now, 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Smiley under center. Back to pass. He fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. Throws it out there. Oh, it's intercepted. Number 24 made a play. Justin Boston, the senior. We've been saying his name every year we've been covering these guys.
And I don't like that play at all. A single bit. You're at the 2-yard line. You run the darn ball. Insert
they
explicit.
were trying to roll
you
people
run the ball.
out, and
Worse,
instead of,
that's a bad call. Run the ball. You got EPM for a reason.
well, either way,
I know.
was Boston made a good defensive play
Whew.
to get out there.
Great play.
And get the interception. So, how do we say it, Brad? The first drives for both teams in our first 7.5 minutes of this game have been impressive, but we have nobody scored yet.
Yep. Not exactly what I expected either.
No, but this ball now for Warriors starting on the 3-yard line. Rona in the shotgun. And we got a flag.
False start.
So that's going to cut that 1st and 10 from the 3 to the 1st and 1.5. Is that feedback from them or us?
That is them.
Okay.
Absolutely them.
So now the Warriors, that's their second penalty so far of the evening. Elwood City sits there with 0. So Rona's going to be in a shotgun deep in his own end zone. And right again, that play clock's getting down there. Rona throws it out there to Boston. Makes a man miss. Going to pick up a few yards to give him a little breathing room. Picked up about 3 on the play. Trent Schilling in there for the tackle. Or no, Dante Pierce, they're saying, was with the...
I had 44 on the
I
camera.
had 44 too.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with Dakota on that one. I saw double 4s.
So now, 2nd and 6. Now, Rona. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 in tight to the left. Hand off to Boston. Weaves his way through, finds a little bit of a hole, and he's going to have enough for a first down. I do believe he needed 6. Going to get, yes, they are moving him forward. So got 7 yards.
And you said it, Thad, they are waiting last second
Yeah,
for this
they're
play
letting
clock,
that play
every
clock get
single
all
play.
the way down. Not sure who got the tackle on that last play, Brad. I apologize. I didn't catch that.
I want to say Declan Gray came up as well, but somebody caught him from behind.
Yes.
So one of the linebackers and Declan Gray.
1st and 10. Now ball on the 14-yard line. That play clock down to 2. Rona back. He wants to go deep. Slings it out there to number 5. Blake Logan stays in bounds as he's driven out by 23, Richard Curtin. A pickup of about 9 on the play. And I apologize, folks. There's just some major feedback. I know you're maybe not hearing it, but my ear's just going nuts every time it does that. I mean, it's like
it hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, me as a sound guy, I don't like that. But
So 2nd and 1, ball on the 23-yard line. Rona and company just chipping away here, and I don't think he got it. He's going to lose some yardage. Loss of 1 on the play.
Dakota, run over and turn this back one down just a little bit.
Dante Pierce with the tackle.
Thank you. Hopefully that helps. You are right. My goodness.
No, it's like you can't
even think.
So 3rd and 3, ball on the 22. Going to give him 3rd and 2. So he did lose on that play. 2 wide outs to short side right, 1 to the left. Shotgun is Rona. Back to pass. Swings it out there to Boston. He's got the first down and more. He got a blocker. Was there a flag? I don't know, but he takes it all the way out to the 44-yard line.
I see no flags.
Yep, picked up about 22. It was kind of in that territory if I thought of blocking the back, but it was not there. So takes it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Did Boston doing it with the running back, and right now, is maybe Mohawk doing something a little bit different tonight? They're not maybe gunslinging it down the field quite as far. That's about the third time tonight we've seen that out of the backfield catch by Boston. We've yet to see him go to Fadden, Logan, or Retort. Well, Retort, I guess they have. So 1st and 10, ball on the 45. Rona now. Going to swing it out to the right. He's looking, going down, throws across his body dangerously, goes up. Are you kidding me? What a catch by number 9. I said his name, and then he delivers. Dante Retort. Brad, there was 2 red jerseys and 3
like
blue jerseys.
Yeah, it's enough to make a play.
Retort standing there at 6'2". And Brad, we've said it in recent weeks. We just don't have that length in our secondary, and you get somebody in that 6'2", 6'3" range. They made him pay, and that time he did. Picked up, 30 or 23 yards?
Oh, a lot more than that.
From 45 to 17.
It's a pretty good gain there, that's for sure.
Yes, it was. So now Rona inside the red zone, hands off to Boston, little misdirection. I tell you, they're doing a lot of that as Boston fakes going to the right and then cuts it back to the left. Not getting a ton of yards, but he's getting 2 or 3 on that first down each and every time. So the second possession here tonight, I just lost something. So can you hear me?
Yep.
So now on this 2nd and 8 ball on the 15-yard line is Rona. Sends Nail in motion, settles on the right side. Back is Rona. He's looking left, goes deep down there. Oh, what a catch. That's a touchdown for number 3, Bobby Fadden. Hadn't said his name all quarter, and there he does with the 15-yard touchdown reception. And that was just going down there, running your route, doing what you're supposed to do, and let Jay Rona do the rest. Put the ball right in the breadbasket. That's a touchdown, 6-0, 16 seconds remaining here in this fast-moving first quarter.
And honestly, Thad, that's a 14-point swing. You have the ball at the 2-yard line. You gotta do what you gotta do. But
points off of turnovers, and points off of turnovers when you're in the red zone is a kick in the midsection. Here's the kick. And speaking of kick, this kicker, I just lost his name.
Josh Wilkins.
Come to the game just to watch this kid. We watched this kid in junior high 5 years ago, Brad, and our jaws dropped. And here he is tonight. In pregame, 50 yards was just like
just 2-3 years ago, 40 yards was nothing. Now it's 50 to
yards.
55.
I think you're going to be seeing.
You may see a field goal tonight.
I want to see a field goal just to see how far he could kick it.
Well, listen,
to be honest, the kid's a special talent.
To be honest,
and as a senior, I think we're going to be seeing him play next year on Saturday somewhere.
Did we have a field goal last year at all? I think he may be the first one if he would do it here on the field.
That's a good question.
I'd like to know because I've never seen a field, or I like to see how you snap and hold on, not on a tee per se. Interesting.
So, anyway, and 7-0, 16 seconds remaining. I wanted to and I apologize to the Wilkins family. I wanted to tout his praises in the pregame. Was not able to get that done because he is a pretty special player to watch. Here he is for the kickoff, and about as I predicted.
Wow. That's 5-6 yards into the end zone.
Yes, yeah, I didn't think the return game was. If Mohawk did not want to challenge our return game tonight, they didn't have to. That's how good this kid is.
Yep.
So, the Wolverines with no return on that will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wolverines had a good drive that first drive. It's hard to believe we're 15 seconds left in the first quarter. 2 possessions for Mohawk, 1 possession for Elwood City. And because they've been timely possessions, only one team has been able to score. Now, we got Smiley in the shotgun. Brings Dante Pierce, hands it to Dante, coming around that right side and jet sweep in. Did not work all the way back to the 15-yard line. Tackle there by number 11, Joe Nail. There's a flag. Was that flag in a little bit late?
Yes, sir.
That had just had phases of Matt Canada written all over it.
unsportsmanlike against Mohawk.
Ouch, man, that's hard. You know, you get a 5-yard tackle for a loss, and then you come in with an unsportsmanlike conduct. That's 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Wow.
That has to drive coaches nuts.
Absolutely. We talk about it each week.
We do.
And it's not like you are overemphasizing it. We just literally have something stupid each week.
We're just seeing what we're seeing. And as a coach, I don't know how do you let that continually happen?
That's a good question.
So 5 seconds. Can they get the play off? 3, 2, 1. And they do not. So that is the end of the first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter. What, only 22 minutes, 23-minute first quarter? So at the end of one, it's Mohawk Warriors 7, Elwood City 0. Welcome back, folks, as we start this second quarter. Warriors of Mohawk leading 7-0. Elwood City with the ball after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct, have the ball 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Smiley to Elijah Palmer McCain, and he got tripped up in the backfield. And a little pushing and shoving after the play. Elijah's going to get about 1 yard on that play. Starting lineup here for the Wolverines on that front line. Of course, we got Logan McClymans as the starting center. Shane Lutz as left tackle. And Ryder Grinnan as the right guard. Evan Twaddell, number 73, in there as well. We'll get you some more numbers. We'll try to throw some love to the lineman on the Mohawk side of the ball as well. Got Michael Walters in there. Play clock dwindling down here. Got to do something quick. They're not going to do it. Son of a gun. Delay a game. Ouch. So Wolverines' first penalty of the night comes on a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. That's going to push them back 5 yards. So going to bring up a 2nd down and 15. Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass. The lefty surveys. Got a little time. Scrambles. And he's going to be, don't throw it. It is a fumble, but it's jumped on alertly by number 76. Wow, lucky play there for the Wolverines as Tristan Reynolds with the heads-up play. And you just had that feeling as Chris Smiley was getting pinballed around there. I believe big number 66 was in there. Alex Chapman and number 2, I want to say Leighton Wagner in there disrupting things. A huge loss on the play. Well, not a huge, but about all the way back to the 15-yard line. 3rd and a long way, we'll call it. This drive going backwards for the Wolverines. Smiley, handoff to Elijah. Try to go up the middle. Makes a man miss. Dragged down from behind. Saving tackle there. Justin Boston. We've said his name all night. That's going to be 4th down for the Wolverines. He was at the 16-yard line. Got it up to about the 26 for a 10-yard gain. But that sequence of offensive for the Wolverines there, the sequence was not in sync. So little low slap there for Declan Gray. He had to get rid of it quick, and that punt is going to be not one of his better ones as it goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So we're going to go out the 40-yard line. So a 14-yard punt, but under duress, as said, two would-be defenders coming at him. So now we give Rona and company a short field, sending y'all inside the Wolverine territory at the 40-yard line. Rona in the shotgun, wide out to the right, wide out to the left. Got a sidecar to his left. Fakes it, goes back to pass. A good block there by Boston. He's going deep down to Fadden, and just was not quite there as that was Blake Logan, the intended receiver. He threw that ball 40 yards into the end zone and was about 3 yards away from Blake Logan getting to it. Lucky for the Wolverines, just a little bit off, out of sync on that one. Give Boston credit. He gave a heck of a block there. I think it was to maybe P.J. Du Bois coming up the middle.
In fact, you said it. Was. Give Rona time. There's options.
Yep. This time, Rona hands off to Boston. Oh, Caden just missed him in the backfield. Boston going to run. Oh, big time hit there as number 1, Dominic Kogu, come to play tonight. But give Boston credit. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry. O'Brien was in there to slow him down a little bit for Hogue to get the stop. And Dotch, I thought Caden Dotchio had him in the backfield as he dove to try to get him and just wasn't able to get it. Up front line now is Dotchio, Ryder Grinnan, P.J. Du Bois. Rona now on the 3rd and 5. Quick pass, finds his man, number 11. Zigs and zags, gets it down to the 22-yard line. Nice catch and go there by Joey Nail. He needed, about 5 yards for the first down. He went down 7 yards, turned around, and there was the ball.
In fact, all that play is find a spot, sit in it, and take what the defense gives you. And that's exactly what it was.
And they gave enough to get a first down. But that's the one thing about it when you have guys like Fadden and Retort that are going to stretch the field so far that, there's going to be a hole somewhere. So 1st and 10 now, ball on the 23-yard line. New set of downs here for Rona. A little bit of a low snap. Goes back. He's under pressure. Going to roll around there. Throws it down there, and it's going to be out of bounds. Wisely played there by Rona, for he was under pressure. Evan Twaddell was back in there. I want to say Caden Dotchio was in there. And Ryder Grinnan showing his pressure he can give as a senior.
Said we talked about those first quarter stats. I mean, it's ballooned even more now, but yeah, Rona, you're talking 10 for 14. He's already got 141 passing already.
16 minutes into the game. Mm-hmm. So 2nd and 10, play clock down to 5. Rona fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out to the right. Dotch goes it, throws it down there, got a man, and it falls incomplete. Fadden that time went up for it. And I want to say 23 was in there to disrupt things. Richard Curitan to kind of jar it loose. A good defensive play as Rona rolled out to the right, looking down there, and maybe was thrown across his body a little bit, but put it up there for Fadden to get.
Yeah, if he
got his mitts on it, was able to get it corralled.
And Thad, you said it right. If he doesn't throw across his body or kind of twist his body, that is a dart, and it's probably landing in the arms. Right. That one hung up there just a little bit. 3rd and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. I'm assuming, you got a pretty good kicker. It's 2-down territory. Rona throws it out. Oh, great play. Somebody knocked it down. I think it was number 28. Ethan Patterson got his mitts on it. So the intended for Nail. So Ethan
luckily Patterson
yep,
got in there to slow things up. It's 4th down, 7:51 remaining. I was kind of hoping he'd go for.
I know. You and I were thinking the same thing. I think if this was
as a fan of football, I was kind of hoping that they would go for it.
If it was 14-0, I think it's different.
Play
4
clock's
seconds,
getting down
Dakota,
there
you're
again.
right. Oh.
On this 4th and 10.
He's
Throws
out
it out
there wide
Got
open.
his man wide open. Can he
Wide
get a man
open.
miss?
My
And he does
goodness.
Boston. Oh, wow.
Who's covering the running back?
Nobody was covering the
My
running back
goodness.
out of the field.
Jeez.
As number 24, Justin Boston, he needed 10 yards on a 4th and 10. That's the second fourth and four. Or they're 2 for 2 on 4th downs.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Number 26.
Dante Pierce was able to finally get him, but not after a 16-yard gain. Mohawk now pressuring to score once again. They're inside the red zone. 1st and goal from the 7. Rona. He's back to pass. He needs some pressure. Ethan Patterson chasing. Going to throw it up and just throws it out of bounds. And right now I think they're just the Warriors are just kind of content with that to say, hey, if it's not there, throw it away. We got 3 more downs to get this done.
Absolutely. And that previous play, I mean, that on 3rd down as a defender, you got to be aware of the check down. The running back just slides out the backfield. Nobody even remotely close. Caden Daccia recognized it, but he's on the line.
Right.
And he's a defensive lineman who recognized that he's going to be behind right from the start because the running back's coming out. So, again,
it's
good
going to
play
be tough
by
to get out of
Mohawk.
that 3-point stance
Absolutely.
to chase him down from behind. So Rona now, once again, play clock. They're milking that baby down. Throws it, a dart down there, and what a catch. Touchdown, number 3, Bobby Fadden. I don't understand. Touchdown, 7-yard Rona to Fadden. That's the 2nd time tonight for the touchdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got caught watching the quarterback making that throw. Not looking for the defender.
And that was, there was some play action on that.
Yeah.
A little bit of that.
And a little deception.
And yes, so makes the score 13-0, 7:30 remaining. We're moving here tonight, folks. Now, Josh Wilkins. They kick us down, they kick us up, and watch the school bus. So, at the 7:30 mark of the 2nd quarter, the Mohawk Warriors lead 14-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. I get what you're saying now. They're not going to be running this back. I'm sorry. 14-0 in favor of the Mohawk Warriors halfway through this 2nd quarter. There's Wilkins, and this time, it's a touchback. We might hear that broken record a couple times here tonight. I'm not here to make a big deal, but I just remember the first time that we were down at Mohawk and we saw this Wilkins kick. It was a junior high game, and we were broadcasting it, and this kid kicked, and we were like, what just happened?
Made you do a double take.
Yeah. We actually thought he was a varsity kid that came down, remember, to play for junior high. But nope, it was not the case. It was all good. So Wolverines have moved the ball some, turned the ball over once. Last possession, not much to show for it. Now here they start from their 20-yard line, and somebody jumped.
False start against the Wolverines.
Yeah, false start. And Alex Chapman, the senior, 5'11", 245, he saw a flinch, and he was all in there. And he made sure everybody saw that one. So once again, we said cheer night. I'm sure Dakota don't need to do it right now, but you'll see all the cheerleaders, 5 years all the way up. Our middle school cheerleaders here tonight. So that 1st and 15, the ball on the 15-yard line, back is Smiley. He's looking, going downfield, and nobody there. I like the wheelhouse route, I'll call it, Dominic Hogue was trying to do, but he just did not get out of the break as fast as Chris Smiley wanted to get the ball out. So
give credit to number 31 there, Cash Stratton. He was step for step. A little bit of a lane initially, but when he cut back up, Stratton was there.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brad. Stratton had just tremendous coverage on that play. I think if the ball's on point, not sure if it's getting caught anyway. So Smiley now in the shotgun on this 2nd and 15. Back, quick pass out there, and a little too tall for Michael Walters. He's looking for the flag. I'm saying it's a good call. It was a football play. As number 3 was there, Bobby Fadden was there. Was 3, right? Was there for coverage as Walters went up for it. Ball a little too high for the outstretched Walters. Or was it 5? No, it was 3. Fadden. Mohawk, like Elwood City, got a lot of two-way players playing on both sides of the ball. So, big 3rd and 15. Field position time now. Deep pass there. And that was Fadden with coverage again on Michael Walters. And the ball was thrown up there. Walters was kind of waiting for it underneath. You got to make a better attempt at that ball.
Yeah, that one there, you almost want to make your body, the shield, come back a little bit to the ball first.
Right.
Give credit.
And I think the coverage was there because they were both going for the ball.
And they're going to let them play. I like that.
As long as they're consistent. We say
Absolutely.
that every time. I don't care if you're playing volleyball, horseshoes, or whatever. If the officials are consistent, I don't care.
Good kick.
Good kick there.
Well, that's a fumble.
Buffed, picked it up
Gotta
by
get him, though.
Fadden at the 50.
Yep.
And there's going to be a flag
Wow.
come in there.
And
It's
going to be a block in the back, which that kind of surprises me a little bit because I don't think he actually pushed him, but it's going to be a block in the back, and that'll be another 15. So that's actually a good outcome for Ellwood.
Right. And I'm going to go back to the kicking game of Wilkins, putting the Wolverines back at the 20-yard line. They lose 5 yards. Now you got Mohawk now setting up again at the 50-yard line. We'll wait to see what this penalty is. Did they call that yet? Oh, they're doing it now.
They did not.
You were correct, Brad. That was an illegal block in the back.
Yeah, they made that one pretty easy because it was right in front of us. The only thing that questioned me was, did he actually push him in?
Well,
and they said he did it.
And the play was just about over.
Yeah, it was pretty darn
So
close.
that's where I'm at my
You're
only.
right.
So Wolverines now 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Last 2 offensive drives. Oh, I beg your pardon. Mohawk, what am I saying? Rona stops, and Boston, I believe it is, going to get a couple yards.
28 on the tackle.
So as Ethan Patterson, so about a 2-yard gain, going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. 6:35 remaining here on this rolling clock. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. The Warriors leading 14-0. And I'm telling you, Rona's going to the sidelines, getting a call, and he's getting back to the huddle at about 13, 14 seconds. And already he's at 8 seconds coming down. Now Rona, play clock at 3, and they're going to get a false start. Sometimes you run that play clock down there that far, you get a little antsy. So that's 20 yards on this drive so far of penalties for the Mohawk, and right now that might be the Wolverines' best defense. Bunch of wholesale changes coming in here, what appears. Checking out A.J. Verdi going off the field. You got Blake Logan, far side, Fadden, near side. A lot of length out there as Rona got some time, going to go deep and overshoots his man. Intended for Joe Nail, the the sophomore, but just overshot him that time, did Rona. So now a 3rd and 14. We'll have all the halftime stats, but there's been some pretty key third down conversions here by Mohawk going in this game, as well as I think 2 fourth down conversions.
Right,
correct?
And they've been the easy ones. The inside slot receiver closest to Rona,
Yep.
he just does like a 5-6 yard stint, turns around, there's the ball, boom, up the middle, 5-6 yards. A 13-yard play doesn't sound like that much, but it's a first down.
When you need 7, it's a first
Exactly.
down. Play clock rolling down. Rona now gets it. He's back to pass. With some backside pressure. Here comes Twiddell and Grinnan. Going to go deep down the field. Airs it out. And ball falls incomplete.
Okay.
Great coverage that time. Who was over there? That's Mr. Dante Pierce. Happy birthday to Dante Pierce's dad. That's a nice gift for his dad. That's a great defensive play there by his son Dante. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 14. Ball on the 36. So, I'm glad the Wolverines got that stop. There was 2 drives in a row there by the Warriors that were touchdowns. The one, they went 97 yards. Another drive was just 45, 50 yards.
And
But
punt
this
formation
time-
by the Warriors.
Yep, and that's Wilkins.
Wilkins to PJ Du Bois. Oh my gosh. Oh no. At the 5:36 mark of the second quarter, folks, go watch the punt tomorrow or tonight. He just blew up 2 guys. Anyway, I'm sorry, I was enamored by the great play. The ball goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so
Not the best punt.
about
Only
30
24.
24, okay.
Yeah.
So 5:36 remaining, lots of time here.
And I'm gonna say it, Thad. This is crucial, not for the game, but for the halftime. You got to get 5 minutes here to get a score and just feel like you're back in this. This is huge for Elwood.
I'm just like a first down. I don't think we've
Yeah,
had
yeah, that's
we
it.
haven't had one of them
That
for a
too.
while. Back to pass is Smiley. Slings it out there and out of bounds. Not quite enough. One thing we've not seen. How many times has Elijah touched the ball tonight in the running game?
4 for 22. I was going to say that here shortly, that the running game has been neutralized. And
it's 4.
Well,
5, I'll take 5.5 yards to carry.
Yeah.
But if you're only going to carry it 4 times.
And more importantly, when you're down 14-0, it makes you adjust and you start leaning on the pass game.
Yeah, but I think it's still a little early to abandon what's got you here to 3 and 2 to this point. Smiley now. This time, hands off to Elijah and met there. Gang tackle there.
And see, to be honest, that I could have predicted coming.
Yep. That's A.J. Verdi was in there for the stop along with Blake Logan. So pickup of 1 on the play. So just at 5-minute mark here for the Wolverines. So on this big 3rd down and 9, Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass. And just skipped the ball to the intended receiver, Michael Walters. Ball falls incomplete. Punt formation now for the Wolverines. I liked how they had the wide receivers going down the field that time, Brad, and got them turned around. Just execution was not where you wanted it to be.
So back to receive the punt is number 3, Bobby Fadden, and number 9, Dante Retort.
There's the punt.
By Gray.
And goes out of bounds at about the 40, what are they going to call it, Brad? At the 39-yard line.
Okay.
So,
I
man,
think that's
21-yard punt. You got it.
I think that's a nice spot.
I believe so. So, Mohawk now, 4:33 remaining in this second quarter, up 14-0. They got the ball, all 3 timeouts remaining. I didn't say this in the pregame. Rona last year threw for a school record. Now he's broke it already this season for 278 yards, a long of 60, and he could be on pace.
And he's got 2 touchdowns, so he's 1 away from tying the school record, right?
Yes,
at 23.
Yep. So Rona back to pass. looking, rolls the right, finds some pressure, and just throws it. Oh, my.
Now
Throws
that should
it.
be intentional grounding because he's in the tackle box still, and no wide receivers
There's
there.
nobody. And Coach Bradley
Okay,
down there
good.
pointing it
There's
out.
the flag.
Okay,
Good.
they did get the
They
flag.
did get the flag.
And, intentional grounding. So you get the loss of down. And he's done that a couple times tonight. This time, didn't get away with it. So that's going to take him back a long way.
Should be spot foul. So where it's yeah.
So yeah, that's wow. So the ball happened well behind the line of scrimmage, and then 5 yards with that. So the ball is on the 18-yard line. You got to get to midfield for a first down. So 2nd and 32. P.J. DuBois in there at the nose guard position. Back to pass is Rona. Daccio coming around the outside. He's double teamed. Rona going out to the right.
Over the middle.
Fakes the throw,
Oh, my.
and he finds his man in positive yardage up to the 32-yard line.
That's crazy.
Was number 11, Joe Dale. We're seeing him.
He's got your normal throwing side, and then he's got the side arm. He's got this arm, that arm. He's all over the place.
Yes, he
Crazy.
is. But still got a long way to go. It's going to be 3rd and 19, ball in the 31. So they got just about half the yardage back that they needed. So the ball on the 31, 3:45 remaining. Play clock down to 10. Rona. Oh, and a great play there. Daccio gets in there and disrupts that 3rd and 19 play. It's still one of the best defensive plays. You can knock the ball down to the line of scrimmage. And Dotch gets his mitts out there and knocks that ball down. And we kind of see what they were trying to do on that one on a 3rd and 19, almost trying to catch the Wolverines off guard, throwing the ball 5 yards and letting them yak yards, and that's what burned us last week. There's the punt, and oh, man alive. Is that going to take a Mohawk roll all the way down to the 19-yard line? So from the 19 to the 19, Brad, that's a whole bunch of yards.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that math.
Yep, that was a 50-yard punt.
Wow. 30 of it was on the roll. But anyway, if you're Mohawk, you're taking it. And starting field position for the Wolverines tonight has just not been that good.
Yep.
And I think there was one drive that they were outside of the 20.
Well, we talked about it, that these drives have been just shut down 3 and outs. Normally at this point, Elwood usually has more plays. Maybe not more yards, but they usually have more plays. It's 32 plays to 18 right now.
Wow.
Crazy
yeah,
stat.
That's a flip for the Wolverines. 3:27 remaining. Wolverines all 3 timeouts. Smiley out, hands off to Elijah Palmer McCain. Somersaults his way forward.
Number 11 and 84 in on
there
that.
As Joey Nail gets in for the stop, and Jackson Chapman.
Timeout, Mohawk.
So Mohawk takes their first time out of
That's interesting.
the night. Hey, folks, a long-time tradition here at Elwood City, the Thursday night dinners. Urban legend has it that they fed Noah and the kids before they put the ark to sail. They've been doing it that long. Thursday night dinners the football boosters put on, and last night dinner was served by Sarah Cavanaugh. Miss Sarah served chicken with a variety of sauces and mac and cheese. Dessert was provided by the Twaddell family. So huge thank you to Sarah Cavanaugh and the Twaddell family for that Thursday night dinner that they do each and every Thursday night before a game over at the high school. And I say this each week, Brad. I give, especially when we have a girls volleyball, a lot of that football team after that dinner is in there supporting the volleyball team. And they were there full force last night against Riverside. You don't usually need much reason to get a crowd advertising, because Riverside crowd always brings them out. And they did last night. 2nd and 8, ball to 21, Smiley, back to pass. Got his man there. Number 11 keeps driving forward up to the 32-yard line. Josh Gilchrist, I think it's his first catch on the year.
Boston with the tackle.
going to be enough for an Elwood City first down. So that's important, just to get a first down.
And that was actually his second catch on the season. I'm glad we got to see. We've gone to a couple different guys, and he was the one on that play left open, and it was a good play.
Yep,
it went to the guy that was open.
It was. So 1st and 10 now, ball on the 32-yard line, and what's the flag? Was that an illegal substitution?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yep.
I think somebody wasn't covered up.
They had 12. That or they have 12 in. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Yeah.
So it knocks him back 5 yards to the 27. Smiley, shotgun, fakes a jet sweep, throws it around there, and gets it into the hands.
Is that Declan O'Brien?
Is that Declan O'Brien?
No, Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
A huge run there by Ethan Patterson. Smiley faked to about 3 different receivers. I love the play, little trickery, and it worked as they get the ball all the way down to the 46-yard line.
27 yards.
So
officially.
largest play of the night for the Wolverines.
And Thad, there's your first down.
Yes, that's 2 first downs. We have not had 2 first downs in a drive since the first quarter. Now Smiley in the shotgun. He's back to pass. The lefty throws it out there.
There we
go. Get Michael Walters in the action.
Okay.
He makes the catch. I think it's going to be right in front of the first down marker.
And all of a sudden, one play, Thad.
Yep.
Just opens
and
up
I
the
like
playbook.
how the Wolverines, we got 2 minutes to go. They have all 3 timeouts, but they're hurrying things up a little bit. They still got to run to the sidelines to get to play. Okay, that's it. I'm done. One time.
I know what you're doing on that one.
One time. 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Smiley. He fakes. He pumps. Got his man down there, and that is intercepted. And up the sidelines. If he gets a blocker, it's going to be bad. There he goes. It's Dante Retort. Tries to go backfield. He got a block in the back. It's all coming back. Lucky. No, the interception is going to stand.
Yep.
As Fadden hit one of the Wolverines. And
officially number 12 with the tackle.
Retort with the interception. Intended receiver was Dominic Hogue. And what a stop of momentum for the Wolverines. The ball currently sitting at the 40-yard line, but there's a flag sitting there at the 35 that was after the interception. So the interception is going to stand. There's a block in the back. That's sometimes when you get a receiver or defensive back, you reverse field, that's when those silly things happen with a block in the back or what have you. So, $1:50 remaining. Warriors up 14-0. Ball on the 25-yard line. So 2 turnovers for the Wolverines. Both times they were driving with momentum. Rona back to pass. He wants to air it out. Quick turn around, and there's an interception. Right, Elijah Palmer McCain down the right sideline. He goes 1 man to beat, and he's going to be taken down at the 2. Tip drill, how the turntables have turned. Elijah Palmer McCain gets the tip ball, tiptoed, stayed in bounds, and down the sidelines he went for about, 35 yards, all the way down to the 2-yard line. You want to talk about a 14-point swing, Brad? We may be seeing it right here in front of our eyes. Who tipped that ball, Brad? The receiver for Mohawk. I missed.
Yeah, it was on the closest side, and I'll have to look at it again here.
He was kind of blocked by some of the sideline.
Absolutely.
People. So 1st and goal from the 2 is Smiley. Hands off to Elijah Palmer.
There it is.
McCain,
He leans forward. That's touchdown.
Into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. With 1:34 remaining, gets the crowd back into it. Student section on their feet, going nuts. 2-yard run for Elijah Palmer McCain, making a score 14-6. Extra point forthcoming. That is huge at the end of this half.
Big, very big.
No, you've had an offense that's not done much at all. Declan Gray with the hold. Caitlin Kreitzer with the attempt, the extra point. The kick down, and that kick is up and no good. There's wide left. So that keeps the score 14-6. Yes, we'll take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks. We get ourselves a football game as the Wolverines just scored one play on that drive of 2 yards after the Elijah Palmer McCain interception and return and down to the 2-yard line.
And that was a good return, too, because that was 28 yards, basically.
Yeah, that's why I called it 30. It was pretty far.
Yep, it was pretty darn good.
And here's Walters up with the kick. And it's going to go take it all the way back and taken there by Fadden at about the 14-yard line. Oh, and horse collared, and he did not get called on it.
He got lucky.
They
it
got
was
lucky
up near
with that one there.
Yeah.
So it was high. So Fadden brings it out about 10 yards to the 22. Walters, the kicker, with the tackle. So remember, folks, Warriors got 2 timeouts remaining. Elwood City has 3. Rona throws the interception, just his 5th interception of the year to go with his currently 22 touchdowns.
And doesn't it always seem like a guy that comes in with very few interceptions, when they do throw an interception, it just always seems like it's elevated that much more?
Yeah. We can say the same for Smiley. He comes in with just 3 interceptions and throws 2 tonight. So Rona in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Wants to air it out. Finds his man there, number 9, and he wisely goes.
There is a flag, though.
Out of bounds. It was retort.
And this is going to be a hold or something. It was a takedown by Mohawk that's coming back.
Yep, I think so.
I don't know who it was, but they clearly they just took one of the Elwood players straight to the ground.
So we'll wait to see what the penalty was.
Oh yeah,
they're talking to Coach Bradley.
Oh man,
did he take a lineman down, or
the lineman grabbed him and just pulled him down, and he went right to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely a hold.
All right, so we get him with the hold. That's going to be 10 yards.
So it should be, what, the 13 officially?
I would think, yeah.
It was the 23, because we were saying 20. Yeah, 23,
yeah.
So, yeah, 13.
So now we sit here with 1:21 remaining. Should be 1st and 20, shouldn't it, Brad?
It should be.
Yes, it is. They just changed it.
You and I did the same thing. We were looking at the 14, which is it should be the 13.
Yeah, right.
It's a yard.
Anyway,
we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. So Rona in the shotgun, got 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Takes the handoff to Boston. Rolling around there. The official, he throws it out there. And incomplete pass. And, I mean, he was, I'm going to say he's out of the tackle box, was able to throw that away. He's gotten away with that a couple times. He did get called for it once earlier. Pressure from the backside each and every time. As Rona every time is rolling out to the right. We've not seen him roll out to the left once. And I think he's wanting to go for them quick passes, and they're just not there. So they're going to get nailed here. They got 8 seconds on the play clock just coming to the line on this 2nd and 20, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. And that stinks big, because you're burning a timeout after an incomplete pass.
Yep.
You're wanting to save clock, or maybe you're just wanting to get out of this half. The last probably 4 minutes of play here from Mohawk, they're probably just want to get back.
I think it's the latter. I think you are right about that. You just had a pick 6. you're dominating stats-wise, and you're only at 14-0. You throw a pick six or a return and 2-yard rushing touchdown. The last thing you want to do, like you said, Thad, is to give any short field to Elwood inside the 20 with a minute 13.
Right.
Chances are they're going to score. I'd rather take the 10 or 5 yard gain and live to fight another down. And like you said, that's a rough time to take a timeout right after an incompletion.
Right.
My goodness. Kind of feels weird because both teams technically haven't abandoned the run game, but when the two teams combined for only 45 yards rushing,
right? Yeah,
it makes you kind of wonder.
It's surprising to me.
Yeah, very surprising.
That stat. And don't forget, folks, halftime, you get to enjoy the Mohawk Band and the Pride of Elwood City Lincoln High School Blue Band. Then we'll have stats and everything, out-of-town scores, a lot of good out-of-town games tonight. Fadden now hands off to Boston. He zigs and zags. He needs the block, and he's going to get all the way out to the 25-yard line, taken down there by Michael Walters. They're going to have a timeout by Elwood City. I like what they did there because in a minute 4 remaining, go ahead and get the timeout. If you can get them stopped here, gives the opportunity to get the ball back.
I think I predicted the future there. Just the fact that they ran for 12 yards.
So
abandon the run.
Yeah, abandon the run. Then they get 12 yards. But I think if you're Elwood City, go ahead and let them run 12 yards.
Yes.
Don't let them have an 80-yard pass play.
Yes.
At this stage
and that has
of the game
against us this year.
So. But so the Mohawk now just has 1 timeout remaining. Wolverines have 2 timeouts remaining. So 3rd and 8. I think if you're Mohawk, you just want to get the ball and, if nothing else, make them use another timeout.
And if I'm coaching Rona right now, I'm going to say, listen, go through your progressions, look downfield, look for the big play. If it's not there, do the check down. And like you said, that live to fight another day. And don't give Elwood a short field here because we've seen it this year. Short field for Elwood has produced points.
It has. So on this 3rd and 8 ball on the 25-yard line, Rona in the shotgun, seen him there all night. Back to pass, throws it down there, got his man, and what a catch!
Yep.
What a catch by Blake Logan as Rona put it right over top of Elijah Palmer McCain. And ain't nothing against Elijah. The coverage was there, but they just put the ball where only Blake Logan could get it. 1st and 10, ball on a 49, 53 seconds now. Little hurry up here by Mohawk. Rona going to roll out to the right. Looking, sets his feet this time. Now he's going to run forward. Gets a blocker. Comes back the other way. He's got blockers downfield. Going to get it from behind. And taken down there at the 37-yard line. Declan O'Brien in there to disrupt things. Thanks, guys. So Luciano was in there with the stop. He does go out of bounds, so that keeps him at the clock at 33 seconds. That play there, Brad, it's almost like a secondary sack. Credit to secondary the sack, but Rona, who we don't see run a whole lot. I mean, I don't know how many yards he gained on that. 12 yards?
15
yards. He ran about 80.
Yeah.
He ran back and forth across the field, and he did have some blockers, some discipline on the blocking side. Play clock down to 3, 2. Rona gets it. Back to pass. Swing pass out there. Oh, and it's dropped. He's going to want that back because he had another 20 yards ahead of him.
Yes, he did.
He had nothing but green grass
and
in front of him.
Nobody is watching. Nobody's watching the running back.
I tell you what, I mean, if you want to know anything to do tomorrow, go look at the yards after catch on these swing passes in the first half of this game by Mohawk, because that's going to be a lot of Rona's yards.
I'm just trying to.
Incomplete ball pass.
I'm just trying to fathom how you do not cover the running back.
Well, they're trying. That's what happens when you got a Thad in that out to take you deep.
Yep.
You can't let them go. We saw what happens when they're one-on-one. Rona got a man down there, throws it into coverage, and trying to get the ball to Blake Logan, one of his favorite receivers tonight. And I think that was Dominic Hogan there to disrupt things. So incomplete pass. Brad, are you thinking what I'm thinking? We might see this field goal. I don't know.
We may.
I don't know.
Give me 5 yards here, and we'll set up a field goal. I like it.
So 15 seconds on the play clock this time. Got a little more time. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Rona back to pass. Stays in the pocket this time. Throws it out there and gets his man. And completed catch to number 9, Dante Retort. And they're going to call a timeout. Or I would if you're Mohawk. So they get it down to the 25-yard line. Needed 10, got 11, if I am correct, Brad. So first down, another first down. That is the last Mohawk Warrior timeout. So I think you're inclined right now to think you're rather sideline or end zone.
No, I think this is going end zone twice.
Oh, I do too. I think I'm just going off some options. But I think in this situation, if I'm Elwood City, I'm putting a picket fence at the goal line.
Honestly, put it this way, Thad. I don't want to give up a good opportunity for a field goal either. So I'll beg to differ that little bit of that picket fence. I will say 2 DB should be back there, your free safeties. You throw to the end zone. Yeah. You throw to the end zone once, and then you can say, okay, Josh can get us a field goal here. Let's get 6 or 7 yards, dump it down, out of bounds, gain that 5-6, and just let him kick it.
But it's going to be tough. You have no timeout, 16 seconds.
That's why that ball
can you get 3 plays?
Yeah, that ball has to be thrown in the end zone.
Because you're running down the field 34 yards. So, you're going to take 3 or 4 seconds to get down there.
It sounds like we're doing a little bit of coaching. I don't know.
No, we're not coaching.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a coach.
Encouraging?
We are spectators from afar.
From very far.
Yep. So, but it's given different scenarios. I would, when Fadden, we see Fadden on the, what do they call that, in basketball. I'm in football mode. Face guarding.
Oh, yeah.
I think right now you just face guard Fadden.
Well, here's the thing, too. It's not a spot foul either, so if he's in the end zone wide open, take him down. It's only a 15-yard penalty. I mean, worst case scenario. You don't want to give up points.
I don't know, but we got something going on here as the officials. So we got 2 wideouts to the right. We got Dante Retort, short side left.
They put up clock time. That's why. 21 seconds.
Oh, they put it to 21 seconds.
That's why.
So now Rona in a shotgun. Back to pass. He's looking left, throws it down there, and wide of the mark. I don't think we were on the same page, as Retort did not really come back for the ball. I like the idea, especially when you got them extra 5 seconds. So now 17 seconds on the clock, 2nd down and 10. Ball is on, it says 34. That can't be right.
Yep.
24.
24. Yep. And that 4 seconds, 5 seconds changed everything.
It did. No, it really did. Incomplete pass, stop the clock. And they're coming back with 10 seconds on the play clock, not in the huddle. 8 seconds. I mean, Rona just gets that off and throws them up to the line. 4 seconds. Rona in the shotgun, 2 seconds, gets the snap. Rolls out to the right this time. Looks like he's going to run it. And he's going to be
short.
He's going to be short. 9 seconds. He's going to have to spike it. Got to get to the line. 5 seconds. Can he get a play stop? 3 seconds. 2 seconds.
It's a fumble.
It's a fumble technically.
Yeah.
Rona picks it up. Trying to run around there. You're going to have an illegal man downfield. Are you kidding me? Touchdown. Did they signaled a 34-yard busted play touchdown? The ball went between Rona's legs. He threw it from the 35-yard line. Are you kidding me? The last play of the second quarter, and who caught the ball? I'm sorry.
Nah, that's what I got to figure out. Oh, that should have been an illegal snap. That was an illegal snap. Oh, my goodness.
Here's the kick by Wilkins. Find out who made the catch.
Yep.
There's the snap, kick down, up, and it is good. No matter how you slice it, folks, at the end of 2, it's the Warriors of Mohawk 21, Elwood City 6. Who caught that last touchdown?
That was officially...
All the chaos there.
No,
They just said they're giving Fadden credit down at Mohawk for the touchdown catch. So Fadden.
No, it wasn't Fadden.
The Rona to Fadden. We're trying to get it.
I'm seeing 5 and 9. Hold that thought, because Fadden's in the backfield. He never runs. No, that wasn't Fadden. That was number 5.
Blake Logan.
Yep, absolutely, number 5.
Okay. So
Yep,
we'll get it
number
all
5.
hashed out. Folks, we'll have all the halftime stats for you here. Take one of them. We'll have all the halftime stats for you here. But after you enjoy the Mohawk Warrior Band along with the Elwood City Blue Band, we'll be right back. Enjoy it.
Mrs. Megan Hunt and band assistants Miss Katie Barrington and Mr. Jack Isaac. We're proud to present you this year's halftime program, All In. The band will take over the field with Uprising by Muse, followed by this summer's hottest concert ticket, Taylor Swift, with her song Ready For It. We'll take you back to 2000 with Instinct's hit Bye Bye Bye, and closing out our performance will be the Beatles classic Come Together. Drum majors Emma Gallagher and Nolan Motter. Let's start the show.
You got 2 football players in the band.
Mohawk Warrior Marching Band. Thank you and have a great evening in the Warriors.
Great players. 60, 66, and 34, I think.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band's Aussie 2023 show. The 2023 LHS Marching Blue Band starts the show with a classic Black Sabbath hit, originally recorded as an afterthought during the recording of their first album. This is Paranoid. Not to be confused with the Marvel superhero of the same name, this is the ultimate Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne classic rock anthem of 1970. The Blue Band features our dance line with Iron Man.
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah. You got cheese all over your fingers and stuff. It's smart. You bring a towel. I'll get you a towel if we don't have any down there. We got a couple little ones. So, I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem.
The Blue Band would like to conclude tonight's show with the 2007 Zach Wild guitar-driven hit, I Don't Want to Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band! The Blue Band is under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell and Justin Miller. Choreography by Tyler Bacon Westfall. Percussion by Evan Brochinski, and under the field leadership of drum majors Lyle Fox and Cassie Steve. Thank you for supporting the LAS Marching Blue Band. And now, the Blue Band Funk.
Okay, thanks, bud.
All right, folks, welcome back here at halftime. It's officially 21-6, Warriors over the Wolverines in the W Series. That last touchdown pass was caught actually by number 5, Blake Logan. With that touchdown pass, officially Jay Rona ties the school record of 23 touchdown passes in a season. And, I think that we can say he's not anywhere done with that record. Halftime stats here up on your screen officially. Again, 21-6 in favor of the Warriors. Rushing yards, they abandoned it, but I tell you what, Thad, on that last drive, Mohawk had about 20-some yards, 30-some yards. They have the edge there, 56-25. Passing yards, 90 for Ellwood, which is not bad, but 228 for Mohawk's Jay Rona. Total yards, 115-284. Turnovers, big ones, big turnovers so far. 2 for Elwood. It's led to some points. On the flip side, the only points up on the board, that pick six, or I keep saying pick six, that interception returned down to the 2-yard line by Palmer. That one score, he also finished it off with a 2-yard rushing touchdown. Penalties, 3 for 15 for Elwood. It kind of ballooned there for Mohawk, 8 for 87, but that 87 is kind of misleading because about 20-some of them were on that intentional grounding because it's where he stands and then an extra 5 yards. So that number's a little bit skewed on the evening. Couple out-of-town scores at halftime. Beaver Falls cruising over Riverside 35-6. Neshannock all up on New Brighton at halftime 35-0. Updated score, I had 14-0 Western Beaver. That's a lie. Halftime, Western Beaver 41-0 on Freedom.
Oh, jeez.
Rochester halftime up on Laurel 28-7. Northgate up on Shenango 14-7. Union and Springdale late second quarter, no score. Montour, oh boy, Newcastle. There's something going on there. Crooked score. I said this afternoon it's going to be 42-0 at halftime. I was very close, 41-0. Central Valley, big one up there at Blackhawk, 21-7. And then last score on our board here, Aliquippa at Ambridge up 28-16. Thad, to be honest, that 41-0 Western Beaver at Freedom game, that's crucial for us because I don't want to – it's too early to talk about the P word. Playoffs.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't think it's too early because you got to be thinking ahead.
Okay.
No, you got to be.
Yeah,
you put the pressure on now. Go ahead and finish your thought. I know where you're going with it with Western Beaver.
If you're an Elwood fan, you kind of know your remaining 5. Well, I should say 4.5 because there's 2 more quarters remaining. You know what your 4.5 remaining games are. You know that there's potentially 2 big games out there that are winnable, and you'll probably be favored in those 2 games. It's going to come down to a potential tie for that 5th seed if that's where you end up, and you're going to have the tiebreaker against Freedom. So the key important thing is that Freedom does not pull the upset. And tonight-wise, Western Beaver's doing their job. And Thad, I made a statement to you a couple nights ago. We may have it where all the away teams may win tonight and pull upsets. And so far on our scoreboard, they're 4 for 4 at halftime. Let's see if they can close it out.
And comfortably leading in the 3 that I see on
our closest one is this
here.
One here.
Right. So.
Now, Thad, turning to the third quarter, the most important thing, yes, that is one of the worst touchdowns to ever give up. I don't care what you say. You never should ever give up a touchdown like that, ever, in your season. But you get the ball first. If there's any consolation, you get the ball first. We've got to see what Elwood can do. I say you don't abandon the run game. Utilize it. You let the run game open up the pass game. Maybe get down this field. I don't care if it takes 10 minutes off the clock. You got to score something here quick and early because if you fall behind, you're at 15. If you go anywhere beyond 20, the Rona machine that he is, he's going to bury you. And it's going to be quick and early in that fourth quarter.
Well, and I think, we came in here thinking that Rona was going to, throw the ball all around to a lot of different receivers. And he did that time. He probably had, 5 receivers?
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I'm thinking, and he's utilized Boston more out of the backfield than what maybe he has in recent games leading up to this. Boston came in here with 9 receptions on the season. He's got 3 tonight out of the backfield for big-time yards. Moving into that, so maybe they're trying to, as I'm sure if you were Elwood City, you're thinking, hey, we got to protect that deep ball, and them underneath routes kind of ate them up. And we talk about Rona, but he's got some pretty good skill around him. Them wide receivers, there were some pretty good catches, not taking anything away about the coverage that the Wolverines had. I don't know what they could have done any different other than be 6 inches taller. Here's the run up and a kick by Wilkins. High end over end kick, and I thought he was getting through the uprights.
That was about 8 yards.
Yep. Touchback for Wilkins. And how good is that if you're Coach McCutcheon, knowing that every time you kick off, the chances of your opponent starting at the 20-yard line. A lot of times we see these kickoffs and the average field positions, the 40, 35 to 45.
The funny thing is, to be honest, when Josh Wilkins graduates, the head coach is going to be like, oh, crap, we got to do special teams.
Oh, yeah, really. It's like, we should probably have to go to kickoff returns.
We know they practice it, but I'm just saying, it would be hilarious.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So Wolverines come out here 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Start of the half, and there's handoff to Elijah Palmer McCain, and that is going nowhere. Not get the wheels turning on that one. Brought down by number 66, Alex Chapman. So no gain, not how you want to start. But it's not negative. We saw last week when the Wolverines were successful, they were 2nd and 3,
yes.
2nd and 4. That playbook just changes so much. Walters far out to the right. Gilchrist in close. Back to pass to Smiley. Rolls around. He's going to need to run. And he stiff arms, tries to get out of bounds. And gets some positive yards, did Smiley. Not a lot. We'll give him 3 out to the 23.
Tackle was by number 20, A.J. Verdi.
Yep, said his name several times here tonight. The senior, a lot of senior starters here on this team. So think about the Wolverines, you're talking about, 4 or 5 seniors?
Mm-hmm.
A huge
5.
Junior class for the Wolverines. So now all spread out on this 3rd and 7 at the 23 sidecar. I tell you, Mohawk looks like they want to blitz. They're all pretty much up on the line. Handoff there to Elijah, trying to bounce it to the outside and tries to make a man miss, but pushes his way forward, but well short of the line of gain. There's a Chapman in there again to make the stop, and a quick 3 and out, Brad. Not what you wanted to start off the 3rd quarter with.
No, not at all.
So going to be 4th and about 4.
And you're going to give up good field position, too.
Yep.
Back to Mohawk.
Fadden deep to receive. Calls for the fair catch, and that's a smart play.
Yes.
You'll just take that field position at about the 44-yard line. You're going to call it the 45. So 28-yard punt. Was that, Brad?
Yep.
28-yard punt for Declan Gray. So now, here comes Rona, first drive of this 3rd quarter, leading by 15. He's in the shotgun, sends Nail in motion, hand off to Boston. Zigs and zags, rolls his way forward. Nice tackle there by Daccio. Boston's going to pick up about 4. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. Just about to midfield is the ball. So a lot of our sponsors, we did not have a lot of timeouts in that first half. We'll get to some of them here. We hope to here in the 3rd and 4th quarter forthcoming. Ball now on this 2nd and 6, Rona. Oh, a little reverse trickery there. Up that sideline goes number 20. He balances in. I don't think he's going to have enough for the first down.
Not.
A.J. Verdi, he tried to do a quick stop and the turf kind of got him there, I think.
Yeah, he ran into his own blocker and fell right
down. The blocker, we've not seen, what are you going to call that kind of play, Brad?
It was a trickery. It was a counter.
Counter misdirection
Yep.
that time, because they've been going to Boston out of that formation quite a bit.
Yeah, you
so
kind of do the fake handoff to the running back, come back to the fullback.
I'm kind of glad for the Wolverines' sake that they were able to limit to about 6 yards instead of 7. It looked like he had it. Rona up the line, tight. Boston, he's going to get pushed back. He did not get the first down. That Wolverine interior line was right in there. Usually you see Twiddell, and yes, he's from the bottom of the pile. Moving up there, one of the better linemen out there is Evan Twiddell, and Declan O'Brien was in there. Decision time for Coach McCutcheon. You got a 4th and, I want to say, 2. And looks like they're going to go ahead and punt the ball. I just wondered there for a second.
This is where you have to be careful, because if I'm correct, last year when we played Mohawk, they did a trickery on a punt.
No, they're not. They are in punt formation, but they snapped it quick and kind of pooched it down there. Fair catch caught for at the 16-yard line by Elijah Palmer McCain. Wisely, he gets that, because they were down the field pretty fast. I really think the Wolverines were almost set up there for something of some kind of trickery.
Absolutely.
Because they came out there really fast and put out the ball.
So you want to come out and put up points, but you don't. But you do stop Mohawk. One of the first times you may have done that all evening, and you didn't give up points. So that may be some
only thing you did there was kill about 6.5 minutes of the game.
That's the only
no
problem.
harm, no foul. So there's handoff to Elijah, and man, they're just getting him in the backfield.
66 again in the
that
back.
Chapman is just in
there,
and a loss on the play of 2.
That was actually Patterson with the carry.
It was.
It was Patterson.
Patterson.
Okay.
My goodness, Alex Chapman in the backfield, loss of 2.
So Patterson with a rare carry on that first down. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 12. Got Drake Davis in there, tight end position on blocking on the line. Smiley now. Back to pass, the lefty. Quick pass out there, and they're going to give him a catch to Walters, but unfortunately it's for about a 3-yard gain. So another 3rd and long for the Wolverines. Not what they're wanting. Where were they on 3rd downs in the first half, Brad? I don't know if I heard you say that. I might have missed it. That's fine. That's fine.
2 seconds here. I'll get it for you here.
That's fine. We're going to move on here because it's 3rd and 7. Smiley in the shotgun. 2 wide outs to the right. Wants to go deep. Throwing it way down there and a little too far. Declan Gray, the intended receiver. Coverage by number 31, Cash Stratton. Stratton's a freshman. I didn't realize that. Cash Stratton's a freshman, 5'11", 165. I've been impressed with his coverage to this point in the evening.
Yeah, and that 3rd down conversion rate in that first half, Mohawk 6 for 12. Flip side, this is going to make Elwood officially now 1 for 6.
That's
1 for 5 in that first half.
That's tough. So now Gray back to punt once again. Fadden is the near man.
Oh, somebody was offsides for Mohawk.
Yep.
This could.
Now you're 4th
it's still the 3rd quarter, too.
7. It's a long 7.
Yeah, and it's a 3rd. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well, I called
Crunch
it,
time
but indirectly.
Yep, got the meat in there on that front line for the Wolverines. Number 78, Logan McClymans. He's the center. Number 76, Tristan Reynolds at 245. Wow. And you got... it's
going to be officially 4th and a long one. Because if you look at that far side, it is technically a yard and a half.
And you're in the shotgun.
Yeah. It's going to get intriguing.
Smiley, they're going to try to draw him offside. Nope, they get it. He wants to throw it out there, and it's going to be, got to run for it. Go. Throws the ball down there, and
it's caught.
It is caught.
It's caught. Is that caught? No.
Looking for the official.
No, he dropped it.
Was it Walters and not able to keep his hands on it?
4th and a yard and a half or 3/4 or 2, whatever you want to call it. 4th and 2. I don't like that play either.
Well, I was hoping Smiley would just take the chance and run, but he had a quick pass
there.
It had to be quick. So now, wow, just under the 7-minute mark, and you got Mohawk setting up. at the Wolverine 26-yard line. But it's one of them situations, Brad. If the play works, we say, "Man, that was a great call by the coaching staff."
I'm glad you're saving what I want to say.
And if it doesn't work, oh man, why didn't you punt it? Try to live for another down, because you said it. Coming into this third quarter, you're down by 15. You don't want to be down by 21, 22. So, and you watch. This is going to be a quick strike. They're going
right
to the
now.
end zone.
I would go right to retort, or somebody on the outside say go 20-some yards.
Retort.
Yep.
You got Fadden in the slot.
Meanwhile, they'll come back to the
Yeah, it's going to be
they haven't banned it. I mean, they got 65 yards now rushing.
A fullback dive. So,
are we going to call a timeout or
No, they switched the ball again.
So
that's officially starting the play clock.
Now we got it. Thank you, Dakota. I wondered.
So, but they did switch the play. Got 3 wide outs to the right. Waits for the snap. And back is Rona. Rolling to the left this time. Dotch is giving chase. He's going to try to get up. Oh, and he got it blocked. Number 66. He's going to throw it down there, and out of bounds it goes. Smart play by Rona. Alex Chapman doing his work on the line of scrimmage. Dotch was given chase. And I'm impressed by plays like that by Alex Chapman not to stop.
How many attempts on the year has Rona thrown? What's the attempts?
He was at 100 before. He came into the game 60 for 100.
By the end of this game, he's going to hit 50 probably.
Well, there's a bunch of them.
That's mind-boggling.
It's kind of crazy how many plays.
16 of 32.
But how many plays that they've played, that they've had. So 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Rona sends little halfback or fullback up the middle. It's Boston. A nice run there. That was misdirection. Or some trickery with but the running back got the ball, went straight up the gut for about 7 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down. Wolverines started they started the drive on the 26. On this 3rd and 4. Rona hands off to Boston, trying to zig and zag. He finds a way and weaves his way through and gets all the way down to about the 11-yard line. He needed 4, got 9. I thought the Wolverines had him bottled up in the backfield, but the shifty Boston made him pay for it and just had a little bit of a seam and made his way through.
So number 2 and number 15.
So give credit for the tackle. Declan Gray in there along with Elijah Palmer McCain, but not after a 1st down run by Boston. So it's 1st and goal from the 7. We've seen this before. Everything in tight. Don't see this formation. Curious to what they're going to do. Sends Fadden out in the flat and trying to go for him and throws it down there to Fadden, and he's going to be out of bounds. He got his mitts on the ball, but he was well out of bounds on the play. I think that play maybe didn't develop as fast as they wanted it to, or more importantly, Dante Pierce was out there in coverage, and Dotch was given chase once again.
And they threw to the side that, the ball is closer to the left hash, so that you threw to the side that you have more space. It was a nice play, just 1 or 2 steps out of the wrong direction.
Right. Because you saw him come right out of the backfield in that tight formation. So 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Rona, quick pass, touchdown. It's that simple. Number 9, Dante Retort. The 7-yard pass play from Rona to Retort. And that play took about 2 seconds, because it took Retort about 2 seconds to go 8 yards. He turned around. And talk about your wide receiver and quarterback being on the same page. It was there. Good coverage, but hard to defend that. Well coached was that play. That makes the score 5:22 remaining, 27-6. Extra point forthcoming from Mr. Wilkins. And it's good. So that makes the score 28-6. Now that 4th down from the 26-yard line you did not get really looks
And Thad, let's talk about it. Jay Rona, that officially gives him 24 touchdown passes on the year. That means he is your all-time career record in a season, passing-wise, touchdowns.
At Mohawk High School?
At Mohawk High School, yep.
So, and he's also on the wall there. That's what I really like about Mohawk High School. When you go into the gym, they have all their records there. His name is in there. It was in there last year because last year he passed for 278 yards, a new school record. And then he broke that earlier this year. I don't have those numbers, but is he close to 278 now?
Oh, yeah. He's 17 for 34, 1 interception, but 4 passing touchdowns and 235.
So he could beat the record that he broke last year, and his name's going to be on that wall inside that foyer there going in for the most touchdowns. Pretty good athlete is Rona, but he's got a good group of people around him. High kick, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback. So Wolverines coming out here now down by 22.
He said coming in.
Go ahead.
The kryptonite so far for the Wolverines has really been on the year, the second quarter. They have really come out very well in the first. Tonight, not as much action-wise. They did have an opportunity to go up, take a lead in this game, actually, and unfortunately gave it away. And since then, what is that? What was it? 21 points straight now?
Yep. So Smiley now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He's back to pass. Wants to come out here and throws it down. And what a nice catch by Patterson. Beautiful catch. Good coverage by Blake Logan, but better reception by Patterson. Weaving his way around there for a big gain, first down for Ethan Patterson. Nice throw, the 5'10", 170-pound senior. With the catch, takes it all the way out to the 49-yard line. So 29-yard gain for Elwood City. There's a handoff to Dante Pierce. Drinks his way up through there. Loses the ball, but I think he was down.
Yeah,
they're going to calm down. They're spotting him down.
Yep.
A nice run by Dante. Picked up about 9 yards. 8 yards we'll give him officially. So Elwood City gets the ball into Mohawk territory. Going to be a 2nd down and 2. Way off. Oh, geez. That's a flag, couple of them. Chapman just leveled. Number 77, Shane Lutz. The officials are talking. False start, Elwood City. They're going to put him back 5 yards. So, but I tell you what, I mean, it's if somebody flinches, you're allowed to go at them.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
I mean, it was aggressive, but they're not going to call that. You got to call the initial.
Yep, yeah, exactly. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 7.
The other thing, too, is you got to sell it. So he sold it already.
Yeah. There was no half button that one. So there's a handoff this time to Elijah Palmer McCain, I believe. Yes, and he's going to get about 2 of the 7 that he needed. So is that A.J. Verdi in there on the stop, I do believe. So now it's going to be 3rd and we're going to call it 6. Wolverines now, 1 for 7 on 3rd downs in this game to this point. Smiley in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Wants to go deep. Got Walters down there. Big time. He had it in his mitts.
Yep.
And not able to pull it in,
and
as Blake Logan was there, as well as Bobby Fadden. And
he had
good coverage. He did have him beat. He just was not able to quite grip the ball because the hit was definitely after after the ball had touched his hands.
And I shouldn't actually say he had him beat. They were stride for stride, but because of the frame for
right, you got 6'6"
Michael
there
Walters.
of Michael Walters reaching out for that ball. Just came. I'd try that play again. Why not?
Absolutely.
As they're doing it, fourth and 6. Back is Smiley this time. Falls up in the pocket, rolls out there, and he's going to be taken down for the sack. Number 11 ate him up, Joe Nail, the sophomore, making things happen. I think we talked about his older brother a couple years ago, playing a pretty good games. And that's going to be ball over on downs, and the Mohawk Warriors will set up right at midfield.
And this game has gone from bad to worse for the Wolverines.
It has.
And I did say I was going to harp on it, but I don't want to, but I have to. It goes all the way back to that first quarter when you had an opportunity to put up points. It just seems like since then, it just keeps falling in favor of Mohawk. Hand off here up the middle to the left side. It's going to be number 24, Boston. So I think he's down.
He got a bit of a cramp going on there.
He got back up.
Yeah, he did quickly.
So, but a nice pickup on the play of about 8 yards. Dominic Hogue with the tackle. 3:21 remaining in this third quarter. Hey, got to give a shout out to our friends in the concession stands, always taking care of us, folks. If you're coming out next week to homecoming, come hungry. They got a lot of stuff in there in that concession stands. Thanks to those helping down there, doing a great job. Now, Rona, handoff. Number 26 this time. He gets the first down and a whole lot more, but a flag comes in from the side judge as Sam Lisk gets his first carry of the night. As they can, I missed the call. That was holding?
Holding against the Warriors.
So it's going to come back 10 yards. That was second down. So that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 12.
If there's any knock against Mohawk so far in this one, penalty yards. It's starting to stack up. 10 for 102.
Right. And we said that before about some other teams that were playing really well, but
You're right.
You can't do that. I mean,
down the road. Yep.
Rona throws it out there, and that just works. Why we can't defend that is retort. We've seen that several times tonight. Just kind of goes down there, stops, turns around, and Rona has the ball right there for him as soon as he makes that turn. So, but there was a decent gain on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. For the Warriors. Leading 28-6. Man in motion. Play clock getting down there. Rona on that play again. Around that right side's number 20, making things happen. Rolls it all the way. Needed 7. Got about 15. Is A.J. Verdi.
Dacio
on the tackle, but not after a 9-yard gain.
Yep, 9 yards.
So needed 7, got 9, moved the sticks once again. First down starting to mount up here for the Warriors. As right now, I hate to say it, Brad, but they're just kind of doing what they want to do.
Yep. Well, what's different about it is Western Beaver, they had a purpose. They were just going to chuck it up and score as many points as you can. Mohawk, they're taking their time all night. Dakota, you keep putting up that 5 seconds every time. Oh,
and they're going to call timeout on this one.
Maybe I should talk more and jinx it.
For those of us, when we're in the press box here, Dakota running camera, there's a lot for Brad and I to look at. When that play clock gets down to 5, or 10, and then it gets to 5, he's waving his hands to kind of let us know that whoever has offense has the ball needs to get something snapped. So, hey, folks, we got a lot of great sponsors here at Elwood City. We certainly do thank them for that support. Our football team as well as all sports. And our sponsor and our championship club, that's the $1,000 donors over the 4-year period, is Dave's Hometown Shop and Save, Modest Heating and Air Conditioning, Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Event Center, Dooney Memorial Scholarship Fund, Johnny's Pizza Shop, Elwood City Transit Zona Tours, and Armstrong. Our touchdown club, and you can come in and check them out, is Diamond Dance Academy, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, who gave us these awesome shirts, D4 Property Services, and Campers in RV. Minute and 9 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. That's pretty much been all Mohawk Warriors, albeit they only scored 1 touchdown. They've really dominated on both sides of the ball to this point. On this 1st and 10, Rona, quick pass out there to number 9, makes a man miss, and going to drive forward. Missed tackles by the Wolverines. He gets all the way down to the 28.
Grinnan
Was
with the tackle.
number 9, Dante Retort.
72, Grinnan with the tackle.
And Grinnan comes from the defensive line position to go downfield to make the tackle. Another first down for the Warriors. Ball sitting at the 25-yard line.
That is Ryder, right?
Yeah,
72 is
Ryder.
Ryder Grinnan.
Yep.
Because I know we have an AJ Grinnan,
Yep.
too.
His younger brother, AJ, is in there from time to time. So just 30 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Going to see this formation. They've done several different things out of it. Then hands off there to number 26. He weaves, hits his own man, but keeps bouncing forward. And I tell you what, I hate to say this. Sam List on the run, another 10 yards. And Michael Walters with the stop. We're at 11 seconds left here in this first quarter. And I think that's going to probably be it, as Mohawk will be content going into the fourth quarter with 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line, leading 28-6. Folks, that is the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks. We start this fourth quarter. Mohawk inside the red zone at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Rona, 4 touchdown passes already tonight. There's the play we're looking for. Evan Twaddell eaten up Sam List in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. That's why Twaddell was 2 weeks ago Newcastle News Lineman of the Week, making plays like that. I think I forget all the time, but I do forget Evan Twaddell's just a junior. We got one more year to watch him play. One of the real bright spots, I think, coming into this season. He's not exceeded expectations, but he stepped up and taken a leadership role as a junior. 3 seconds on the play clock. Rona gets it off in time. Going to keep it, going to roll out there. Chased by Grinnan, throws it down there. And that time he was throwing across his body and just did not get the mustard on it. Probably one of the only bad throws I've really seen him make all night, because he was well short of where he wanted to get to.
And Thad, what I'll add on to that Twiddell ordeal, if you remember, there's a big name last year, Brian Mayocker.
Yep.
He was a linebacker, and then sometimes they converted him to that defensive end position. He was a name that we knew stuck out.
Right.
Yes, Caden Daccio is a name that sticks out, but we don't have a lineman that sticks out. And now this year, all of a sudden, Twiddell, he's making a difference up that
Yes,
middle.
he is.
And
Yes,
he's
he is.
battling with the big guys right up the middle.
Yes, he is. So 3rd and 13, ball on the 15-yard line. They can't get a first down. Rona throws it out there. Another, taken down with
Who is that?
authority.
Number 13?
Daccio.
Daccio was there.
Speaking.
There's a man down
Official timeout.
for official timeout. Who caught that ball, Brad?
I want to say it was, let me see where the cut is. Should be, I believe, number 5, so it should be Logan. Let me see.
I believe it was.
That was Logan, yes.
Okay, 10-2. Appears to be a cramp. Something we do if we see someone injured, we do take the camera off of them just out of respect for them. No one wants to see them there grimace in pain. But I can tell you he's getting a drink of water and looks to be in that cramp region, but I do not have a number. Getting up now. And that is...
I'm going to say number 5, I believe. He didn't turn fast enough for me to get it.
Still not turned.
On that far side
Yes,
was...
it is number 5.
I was going to say it was Logan.
Blake
McFadden on
Logan.
the
He was
first
the one
side.
that caught the ball.
Yeah.
He gained what?
About 9.
9. So 4th and 4. Here's our field goal. Wilkins. I was kind of hoping to see it a little bit longer, just for
Clock should be running.
and a timeout.
Mohawk takes a timeout.
Mohawk takes a timeout.
Oh,
So, hey, got a couple more people we'd like to certainly give some shout-outs to. Our Field Goal Club, there 4 years, they gave $500. Allen's Lawn Care, Samuel, Pangonis Chiropractic, Air Physical Therapy and Fitness, Allied Rubber and Supply, Youngblood Paving, Steffler Window Cleaning, Spokane Orthodontics, Gagrick Brothers Painting, Myers Auto Group, Mo Bros Lawn Specialists Service, and of course our funeral homes, the Teolis Funeral Home, Joseph Funeral Home, Turner Funeral Home, and new this week is Marshall's Funeral Home. All our funeral homes in town, you get the Thad Sturgeon guarantee. They will be the last to let you down. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Folks, the best way you can say thank you to any of our sponsors is to go out and do business and pay them for the services that they provide, because so many of them are giving to Elwood City. They give a lot of these names. I'm sure Mohawk. They're giving money to Mohawk, Elwood City. So Wilkins now with the field goal attempt, and it is good. How far was that, Brad?
Oh, spotted officially at the 11, so it should have been a 21-yard
21-yard field goal. Would have been good from about 41. So with that makes the score 31-6, and that scoring drive, I didn't write it down. Anyway, 31-6, 10:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Folks, don't forget next week, big night, homecoming. I'll just tell you, be here at the stadium at 6 o'clock. Usually they'll introduce the girls in the homecoming court, young ladies in the homecoming court. That's 6:15, 6:30 pregame festivities. So get here early and check them out for the homecoming festivities. And then, of course, we'll have the crowning at halftime.
That scoring drive, 10 plays, 41 yards, but more importantly, 4:41 off the clock.
I'm glad you saw that, because that was big when you're up by 20, now by 25. Wilkins and
The field goal may have taken something off his leg a little bit.
Dante gets it about the 8-yard line and makes a man miss. Still driving them legs. Gets it out to the 31.
And that's why you kick it in the end zone.
Yes.
Number 20 with the tackle.
So A.J. Verdi with flag.
I didn't even see that.
I missed the flag too. Was it
There it is.
Illegal
Right at
block in the
35.
back.
So the block in the back is
30.
going to take it back.
No pun intended. I had to.
So the flag was at the 35, but he's walked it off at the 30-yard line. 10 yards. So if this is at the 20, I'm going to laugh. Okay, we can laugh. It's at the 20. Average starting position for the Wolverines tonight is the 20-yard line. And they kept it at the 20, so we didn't have to mess up the math. So,
Oh, my.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the 20-yard line. Swing pass out to, hit hard. Dangerous play.
And now there's a flag here. And
There's
I
a
think,
flag as Dante Pierce took down
Oh, there's another
number
flag.
11.
And now it's getting chippy there.
Yes, it is.
2 flags in a row. I think this is going to be offsetting when this
Joe
is done, to be
Nail
honest.
with the catch. He was hit hard.
Who made the catch?
Or no, not. I think Dante Pierce was out there.
Yeah. And then Nail was the
I was
tackle.
back. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. So.
Nail was the tackler.
So had a couple flags on the play. We'll wait to see as the officials are congregated. Dead ball, personal foul against Elwood City.
Did they show 2 or just 1?
Nope, just one.
They just showed
There was
one.
2.
There was definitely-
They called
There were
one.
definitely 2
I'm
flags. There
guessing
was one here and one
unsportsmanlike
far.
on the other side.
That makes no sense. How can you have 2 flags that are over 50 feet away from each other? One was here and one was there. They must have picked
'Cause
up one
it
or
was
something.
it was
I'm
something with
assuming
number
they-
11 on
Yeah.
the far side.
I don't know. But Thad,
Anyway,
it's a dead ball foul. It's a foul that's after the play. It's not even needed in this game.
right,
Mm.
right. So, I think the official is checking something.
Yeah,
They
they're
resetted the play clock.
Well, they're going to run out of time.
I don't think you can reset the clock, or did they reset it?
They reset it
Oh,
to
boy.
25.
I'm glad you said that, Thad and Dakota, because you're right. They're running out
Yep,
of time.
they got 5 seconds, and they're not to the line yet.
Jeez.
They're all looking at the clock, and they
He
do
got it.
get it.
No.
Nope, they don't.
Jesus.
Daggone. Ugh. Self-destruction.
Yeah.
You get,
Offsides against the Warriors, I think.
it was against the Warriors.
What?
Offsides against
What?
the Warriors.
What in the world is this whole sequence?
Yep, so that's going to get 5 of those 15-yard penalty yards back.
I definitely thought that was delay a game.
You and me both.
So now 2nd and 15, ball on the 15-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Goes back, trying to stop and go.
Oh,
Was
boy,
Walters.
that's not gonna be good.
Throws it out and just throws it out of bounds. Cheerleaders.
Into the stands.
Yeah, it's like almost it. Yeah.
It is.
We got an
It's up
injured
here.
player down on the field.
Elijah Palmer McCain got up on his own.
Yep. So it was number 2, Elijah Palmer McCain. He got up. Trainer Jacob Miller with him, but he's waltzing off by himself. Probably a cramp, I would assume.
Now, so as Elijah's getting looked at, an official timeout. Just letting everything get reset. So we come back after the incomplete pass. 3rd and 15, ball on the 15-yard line. 10:23 remaining.
Is it weird, Thad, that when these games that are like 31-6, or it's one-sided, they always have a weird ending, or just inconsistent.
Well, you start getting chippy.
Yes.
You start getting sloppy.
Exactly.
And this is what you get. You got 3 plays, you have 3 penalties. So on this 3rd and 15, Smiley in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Tries to go deep down there. Got his man. There it is. Dominic Hogue. And he's going to be drugged down at the 49-yard line. Tackled there by number 9, Dante Retort. But a huge gain. Takes it from the 15 all the way out to the Mohawk 49-yard line. Big play there for Smiley. And that was just Hogue running down the field and making a catch for a 36-yard gain.
Good call. 36 on the dot.
So Smiley now. Just under 10 minutes to go. Gets the snap. Back to pass. See some pressure. Got a flag coming in there. I think we're going to get a hold. Fumblage. Down it goes. And who gets it? A bunch of Mohawk Warriors around it. They celebrate, and they did get the recovery. We'll wait to see what the flag is. I think the play is going to stand, Brad.
Yep, and the recovery was by number 12.
Number 12 gets his nose in there. Connor Hart, the junior, got to the ball, was hit, and the ball just kind of flew up in the air out of Smiley's hands.
So holding against the Wolverines.
Three turnovers now for the Wolverines. 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. And Mohawk now will set up shop. At their own 47-yard line. So, after the big 36-yard pass, Elwood City turns it over at the fumble. There's a handoff to number 26, weaving his way through. He's going to get a first down, get about 12 yards all the way up. Sam List goes. Gets it to the 41-yard line. Pick up of 12.
I believe Walter's on the tackle.
Yep. So Michael Walters with the tackle. Going to add some time to the clock, it appears.
Yeah, resetting the play clock.
Now Rona goes out into the shotgun. He has four touchdown passes on the night, right? Yep. He awaits the snap on a 1st and 10. Hands off. And hit in the backfield, but dragging players forward was Sam List.
Tackle looks like it's going to be number 28, Ethan Patterson.
So picked up a 5, going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. Time of possession in this half has got to be stupid favor of the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Stick around, folks. After the game, we'll have a quick recap of tonight's game and some out-of-town scores. Kind of seeing the blowouts happen this week. Rona got 2 wide outs to the right. Hand off to List, and he makes a way through. Makes a way. We've got another flag in there. I think this may be coming back. Hogue, who made the tackle, gets up a little gingerly. But there is a holding call against the Warriors. This play will come back. Ball was at the 36, and it was 2nd down and 5. Going to march it off. 10 yards. I'm going to go back to something you said here a little bit ago, Brad. There's a lot of things to like about this Mohawk team, but, man, the penalties, I'm sure, are well over 100 yards by now. Maybe $120.
Yeah. Well, you're almost on the nail on that one. 12 for 117.
Okay. I always round up. You just. So, Rona now in the shotgun. Ball all the way back at the 43-yard line, but it's only 2nd and 15. List with the ball, and I tell you, it looked like the whole left side of the line started a bit early on that one. But we play on. Picked up 5. Ryder Grinnan with the tackle. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 now. And, we've been talking about that play clock all night. Right now, Rona, I think, is looking at it, letting it get down to 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but 3rd and 10, ball on the 41-yard line. If he gets 9, we can see a field goal attempt. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep harping on this. We don't see many 50-yard field goal attempts. Rona throws it up, got his man down there. What a catch. He's got such soft hands. Is Blake Logan. Makes the catch, and that is going to be enough for needed 10, got 11. Down to the 30-yard line. I think it's the one thing that, Rona's really good. And I'm not going to try to sound like watching Troy Aikman do a broadcast, because I think all Troy Aikman says is, he ran a heck of a route. 3 plays later, he ran a heck of a route. He ran straight down the field. What's so hard about that? You and I could do that. But anyway, he ran a heck of a route. We're down by 25. I'm working here, okay? So it's 1st and 10 from the 30. List with the ball. Up the middle he goes. Got one man to beat. He's not going to beat him. 30-yard touchdown run for number 26, Sam List. He ran a heck of a route. So makes the score 37-6 at 6:34 mark. And I think we're in a situation now where the line of the Warriors has taken over the game and just wearing everybody out. He went 30 yards, Brad, and I think he might have been touched once. And it wasn't some silly jet sweep. It was up the middle.
It was up the middle. Yep.
Not that jet sweeps are silly, but
you watch too much Steelers.
I know. Yeah, no, that's
Whoops.
right. I listened to too
Did
much
I say
Steeler talk. Here's the extra point, and it is good. 38-6.
I think they're going to call flag.
There is a flag.
There is a flag.
So,
a chop block. Interesting. Not really, but it's a chop block. And they're going to force it on the kickoff, I think.
yep.
Which means it's going to be a touchback from the one.
Yeah, so coming over the official to talk to Coach Dan Bradley.
Yeah, on the kickoff.
Yep, they're going to assess it on the kickoff.
Yep. All right, then we'll take a timeout here. 6:34 remaining, 38-6.
Welcome back, folks. After the penalty for the chop block, Wilkins will kick off from the 25. Oh, come on. How far is it going? All the way down at the 11. And that's Dante Pierce. He's coming up the middle. We know he can do it. Breaks to the route outside.
That's
got one man
back.
to beat, and that's coming back.
Yep.
Got a flag. Good golly,
Yep.
Miss Molly.
Yep, Trent Schilling.
And then why are you being chippy? You're getting your butt kicked. It's 38-6. Turn around. I'm sorry, but,
No, it's
really.
ridiculous.
It's like
It makes no sense.
you're
I
getting
know,
embarrassed
I
enough
I know.
that you're getting
Your butt kicked.
so
I'll say it for
now
you.
you're going to
Your butt
now you're going to
kicked.
retaliate.
Your butt. B-U-T-T. That's
Yes,
what he was saying.
I got it.
Butt
I
kick.
got it. Been doing this 6 years, having it. Okay.
So, helmet to helmet.
That kickoff
Against
went
the Wolverines.
62 yards
Wow.
officially. And that didn't even, hit the ground. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a legit 62 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't roll for 22 of them.
So we're going to start officially, what is it, the 19 or 20? I have to say 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, 19.
So, Smiley now. There's a handoff to Elijah. Follows his way forward for about 3 yards.
Thad, you and I were talking about it during the timeout. And the yardage in terms of the running game tonight for Elwood City, just not there. Elijah Palmer Kane, 11 for 34, and Gagrick, 3 for 9.
Yep. Got a stoppage in play there. That last tackle was made by Connor Hart. And was there a timeout taken?
Must be.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
timeout by the
Mohawk.
Mohawk. That is their third and final timeout. And I think maybe we're just seeing the
Sub-City.
yeah. So Mohawk, I'm going to tell you, Brad, they came in here at 4-1. Going to leave here 5-1. The game that they lost was to Union, the first game of the year, in a shootout. What was that, 45-42?
40-37, I think.
40-37.
Well, no, it was 40. I think you were right. I think it was 42-37 because the 2-point. There was a 2-point safety or something.
It was a
I
very
forget what it was.
entertaining game, Saturday night game
Yeah.
that our friends over at Lawrence County Sports Network had broadcast. And at the time, Union was ranked top 3 in the WPIALs, if not even the state. They've dropped off a little bit, but I'd rather drop off a little bit now and start peaking at the end of the season because that's what Union did last year.
Yep.
So Smiley now on this 2nd and 7, fakes a handoff. Going to throw it out there and, batted down. Nice play by number 21. Done a little bit behind as Cole McDaniel defended on that. So now 3rd and 7. So Smiley on this 3rd and 7. He goes back to pass, wants to throw quick, finds Walters out there and breaks a tackle and gets taken down by number 12, Connor Hart. But that is going to be enough for the senior Walters. Needed 7, got about 10. Going to be a first down for Elwood City. A 9-yard gain officially. Now Smiley in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Quick pass out there to Walters. And I thought he bobbled it, but kept his concentration to hold on to the ball. Picks up about 4 on the play. Number 31 was in there to make the stop, Cash Stratton. And I'll tell you what, Cash Stratton's a freshman. And I'd keep an eye on him the next couple years. We are going to realign here after this year, but I expect Mohawk and us will still be. So now, Smiley, 4:55 remaining. Handoff, once again, this time to Patterson. No, that time it was
Yeah, Patterson.
The 8 and 6 are messing me up.
Yeah.
Now Dante Pierce checking in. As Patterson comes to the sideline. Pick up of 7 or 8 there for Patterson.
Number 58 on the tackle, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
So now, back is Smiley. Wants to go deep, airing it out down there. And what a catch, but a flag back here. That was Michael Walters. Tackled there by, in coverage was number 26, Sam List. But was it holding? I know it's against Elwood City.
Yeah, I believe so.
And
I
a
didn't
player
catch
down for Elwood City.
Is that Walters?
I believe it is Michael Walters.
Yeah, they're stretching out the leg. They got the leg straight up in the air, which means cramp 101.
And I guess for me, when I see that leg straight up in the air, I know it's not a knee.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it was actually an illegal or ineligible man downfield.
okay, they finally made it. So, that's going to take. So it's going to knock that play, take that play off the books and knock him back. What was that, 5 yards?
Yep.
So that 2nd and 2 now becomes a 2nd and 7. Still attending to Walters out there. Let's take a quick timeout. Hey, Michael Walters getting off the field. Hey, shout out Hunter Parker. Saw he was having a little trouble getting off, and the freshman offensive lineman Hunter Parker. Nice job there, showing some team support there. I like seeing that. Okay, on this 2nd and 7, ball on the 44-yard line after the injury timeout. Handoff to number 7, winds his way through and gobbled up there. Good grief. Anthony Barbario, and that was number
75.
Big number 75, Franklin Kelly. He's a freshman standing there at 5'11", 240. Yeah, he's a solid 240 from this angle. 3rd and 4. Smiley hands off there to Dante Pierce. I think he's going to get enough for the first down as he powers his head forward. Taken out of bounds there by number 63, Joe Rosick. So first down for the Wolverines, 3:30 here. Don't forget, folks, next week we'll be taking on the winless New Brighton Lions. There's a handoff to Barbario, weaving his way through. And leg tackle there, 75 once again. Slowed him down. Franklin Kelly. So now on this 2nd down, and we're going to call it 5 from the 29-yard line. Barbario once again tries to go through, and big number 77, Don Monaco, a sophomore, 6'0", 250, makes this 2nd string of Mohawk. They got some beef to them, man.
They almost may have more meat on the line than they do the starters.
Right. Starters might have a little more speed, but let them grow up. Absolutely. So there's a handoff there. Dante, I'm not sure. Yeah, Dante Pierce spun around there as he's hit by number 31, Cash Stratton, the freshman once again. Dante gets positive yardage. I said it earlier. I don't. His dad's usually working. Happy birthday to his dad, Craig Pierce. Hope your day's a great one. Smiley now in the shotgun. Oh, missnapped it. Got to jump on it, and he does wisely back at the 24-yard line. I think he just took his eyes off the ball as it went up into his hands, bounced off of him.
It's a loss of 10. It's crazy how a fumble can go 10 yards.
Yeah. So that's going to be 2nd down and 19 now for the Wolverines from the 24. $1:40 remaining. Number 25 in there running the ball right now for the Wolverines, and that is Gavin McClure, the sophomore, 5'9", 155. Connor Hart with the tackle. Is there a JV game, do we know?
It was canceled.
Okay.
I officially got that notice today.
Okay, and Mohawk Junior High will be here Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. You going to cover that, Brad?
Yep.
All righty. On this 3rd and 19, there's a handoff up that left side is number 23, and he gets taken out at about the 3-yard line, and that was Richard Curitan. A big run on the play. At the 1-yard line, so pickup of about 23 yards. Wolverines threatening to score here with just a little over a minute. He was out of bounds. That stopped the play. Smiley in the shotgun. hands it off to number 7. Anthony Barbario goes into the end zone with 57 seconds remaining in the contest for the touchdown. Nice drive there for the Wolverines to finish things out here in this fourth quarter, making the score 38-12. It appears that they're going to go for 2. Smiley in the shotgun. Hands it off to number 23, and he does get in there, Richard Curitan, for the 2-point conversion. So with that makes the score 38-14. Wolverines getting some garbage points here at the end of the fourth quarter. As we said, next week we got girls volleyball going on. I'm not sure even where all this game's at.
Both home. Tuesday's home and Thursday's home for volleyball.
And getting into some section games. One of them
Big
might
ones.
be Neshannock.
Oh, absolutely. We've got we play host to not Shenango. Oh boy, what the heck is it?
Neshannock's Thursday, I believe Gary said,
Yep.
and
no, it's the other way around. We have Neshannock at home, I thought, because we were at Neshannock.
So it's Mohawk at home on Tuesday.
That's right. That's the flip-flop.
And
that's right.
Thursday is
Neshannock.
So two big section games for the girls volleyball. We'll have middle school football on Wednesday night. And, of course, homecoming Friday night, all the homecoming festivities. The homecoming dance Saturday night. And my main man, DJ Too Nice, is going to be there to spin the – that was Caitlin Kreitzer kicking off. High end of ring kick taken there, and he just takes a knee. Dante Retort at the 22-yard line. Stick around, folks, as we get this. I think we're going to have a couple kneel downs here, and we'll call the game over and let Brad do a little work here, running some numbers to get you some halftime stats. I am going to be curious to see where Rona ended up on passing.
It's going to be surprising because it's not what you're going to think.
Is that,
because that third and fourth,
they got a 30-yard touchdown run, and they got. Yeah, well, I mean, I think give McCutcheon and the staff credit. They knew they kind of had things in the bag.
Absolutely.
And just get first downs and call it. And that was a kneel down there. And they're just kind of waiting the formality of calling this one. And takes the knee, and that's going to give enough time for the clock to run out, folks. As this section matchup, this is going to end the game tonight. The Mohawk Warriors come in, score 38 points. They were averaging 35 on the season. I do believe, 38. They're at their season average. They're averaging 38.8 on the season. They scored that again tonight. The Elwood City Wolverines scored 14. Therefore, your Mohawk Warriors are the winner tonight in this section contest. To the Warriors, it goes 38-14. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back here in a minute or two with some game stats and out-of-town scores.
Elwood City has had a long tradition in football being played at the Ewing Park Sports Complex, just a little drive from the school. But that's not where the Wolverine football started. The day, October 16th, 2023, will mark the 70th anniversary of football being played at Helling Stadium. But before there, football was played near the school grounds on a field called Lawrence Field, traditionally where the choir, band, and big gym are located today. The first season played at Lawrence Field, later named Lincoln Field, was in 1921. The field was located at the current parking lot at Lincoln High School. The last game played at Lincoln Field was October 3rd, 1953 versus Aliquippa. Aliquippa won 13-6. The last touchdown scored at Lincoln Field was a 50-yard touchdown pass from Reno Angelone to Ray Johnston from Elwood City. But a big project was in the making that took over a year to plan, map out, and finalize, as the Wolverines would have a new home for the upcoming season. October 16th, 1953, was when the first football game was played in Ewing Park Sports Complex at Ewing Park Stadium versus Clairton. Clairton won 32-12. The first touchdown scored at the field was by Bill Hill for Clairton on a 9-yard run. Elwood City's first touchdown in Ewing Park was a 43-yard touchdown pass from Reno Angelone, you guessed it, to Ray Johnston. More plans came together just a year later to make the complex that much more accommodating. The field house at Ewing Park Stadium was constructed in 1954. 15 years later, on September 12, 1969, Ewing Park Stadium was renamed Helling Stadium in honor of Dr. H.E. Helling, a local physician for more than 60 years and a school board member for 31 years. The last game played at the original field in Ewing Park, Helling Stadium, was on November 7, 1997, a playoff game versus Brownsville. Brownsville won 14-7. The last touchdown scored by Elwood City on the field was a 33-yard touchdown run by Dave Gardner. The last touchdown scored on the field overall was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Mike Patitucci to Quentin Biddings. A new era was arriving for Elwood City, and that included a new, reconstructed football field. The first football game played at the reconstructed Helling Stadium was October 10, 1998 versus Moon. Moon won 34-7. The first ever touchdown scored on the new field was a 1-yard run by Pat Miller from Moon. The first Elwood City touchdown on the field was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Santino Sonny Riccio to Ben Lucarelli. The field has seen a lot of games played during that time, but the push for turf field lingered for several years, even decades. Finally, something big and new, never done before in Elwood, was coming. Artificial turf was upon us for the Wolverines. The first game played at the current renovated Helling Stadium with artificial turf was October 14th, 2023 versus Beaver Falls. Beaver Falls won 42-13. The first touchdown scored on the field was a 58-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Brickner to Richard Singleton. The first touchdown scored by Elwood City on the new turf was a 17-yard run by Elijah Palmer McCain. Elwood City has also had the ability to play soccer, have practice for the band, the cheerleaders, and the teams when weather is not permitting. Spring training and conditioning for other sports like baseball and softball can also be conducted on the new turf field, opening new possibilities to future plans and activities. As the history continues to build for Elwood City and Lincoln High School, one thing is certain. Build it, and they will come. Thanks to Darren Schilling, Lincoln High School administration, as well as our great friend at Lawrence County Memoirs, Jeff Bales Jr. Please check out his website for more information regarding all things Lawrence County Memoirs at lcmemoirs.com. All right, folks, welcome back here. Final score officially in the books. Mohawk Warriors 38-14 over the Elwood City Wolverines. Elwood City falls to 3-3, 1-2 in section play, and now kind of fall out of the top 4. They're going to have to battle here in the remaining 4 games of the season. On the flip side, Mohawk continues to be the lead crowd for the MAC Action MAC Conference here, 5-1, 3-0 in section play, and they continue to do things great. On our screen here in a second are those final stats from today's game. Officially in the books, 38-14 was our score. Total yards rushing 159 to 111. Both teams in that late fourth quarter putting up about 80 yards apiece to get those numbers. Passing yards 175 for Chris Smiley, a good number passing wise, but not efficient and not very productive in terms of the points that we have seen in the past. Passing between to Walters and to whatnot, and just that 175 just does not feel right. On the flip side, 271 officially for Jay Rona tonight, a number that should have been more if this score would have been a lot closer. So he finished with 271 on the evening. Total yards 430 to 286. Turnovers big in this game today. In fact, I think 3 out of the 4 points were scored off of penalties, 8 for 61. And this is the one thing. If I'm asking Mohawk, please fix something here. This is the one thing I'm fixing. 13 penalties for 132. But when you move the ball as efficient through the pass game, and Rona was efficient by making plays himself as well. So give credit to Jay Rona and company. Let's get some individual stats here. Justin Boston finished 14 rushes for 62 yards. Sam List, that fourth quarter, third in the fourth quarter, 6 carries, 62 yards. He finished with a 10.3 average running the ball. Jay Rona 3 for 24. AJ Verdi 2 for 13. On the flip side, Elijah Palmer McCain, he's probably going to lose that number 1 in Whippeal, no doubt, this week. 11 carries for 34 yards. That's not going to get done for the Wolverines. He did have that 1 touchdown, though, after that big play that he made. Yep. So give him credit. The pick, the good return of 28 yards, basically, to put him down at the 2-yard line, and the touchdown. Dante Pierce, 3 carries, 28 yards. Ethan Patterson, 3 carries, 25 yards. Richard Curtin, 1 carry, 23 yards. Anthony Barbario, 4 for 11, and that touchdown. Passing, Chris Smiley, 12 of 24, 2 interceptions, 175. Biggest issue tonight, Thad, for Chris, 0 touchdowns passing-wise.
Right.
Flip side, Jay Rona, 21 of 39. 1 interception, but 271, 4 touchdowns, and he had that long of 38. And it was not the end of the play of the half, but give credit, though, to Jay Rona passing a pass attack tonight, 4 touchdown passes. Receiving-wise, Michael Walters continues his stellar year, 5 for 62 with a long of 36. Ethan Patterson, 2 for 56. Dominic Hogue, 2 for 49. On the flip side, Blake Logan, have a day, almost hit that 100 mark, 8 for 95 and 1 touchdown. Dante Retort, 5 for 75 and 1 touchdown. Give credit to Justin Boston, 3 for 43, and Joe Nail, 2 for 34. So those are your stats from tonight's game. Tough loss for Elwood City. They're going to have to bounce back, and there's a way to do it. It's going to be next week.
Yes, it is.
We're going to preview those games later on, obviously, throughout the week. But they play play here versus New Brighton, homecoming, and the New Brighton's going to be looking for their first victory. As tonight they lost to Neshannock. This score's a little bit surprising, but Neshannock probably called off the Dogs, 35-7 in favor of Neshannock. Beaver Falls cruise at Riverside 41-6. Western Beaver, once again, last time we checked, 48-0. I think that is a final now. Laurel at Rochester. Rochester cruised 42-14. Northgate has a big lead, or a late lead on Shenango, 20-13. Union back in the driving seat, beat at Springdale 54-7. Montour, that one was at halftime 41-0. They finished 48-14. Central Valley cruises 42-14, and final score Aliquippa at Ambridge 53-16. Thad, take us out.
There we go. So, folks, hope you enjoyed the game tonight. We got a So just hold 1 second. I can't get it. Okay. So, yeah, folks, we're wrapping up here. We certainly hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. Busy week next week. Homecoming next week. Be sure to get here and check it out. All the glitz and glams of homecoming night. And got to give, want to give a shout out to Dave and Janie Windhorst. Been thinking about you here all night. Dave and Janie, I know Brad's parents, they lost their dog Copper here today. And I know it's been a tough week for them, and I know for Brad as well. And we were prepared to do this tonight by ourselves. Brad figured it out. We didn't, but Brad, I've been certainly thinking about you and your family all week, and thoughts and prayers. And I know Skinny and Dave and Janie. I've called him Skinny since I was 3 years old. It was a nickname he got many years ago. But thoughts go out to them, and I'm sure they're listening. And I hope they can enjoy the broadcast just to maybe get their mind off of things a little bit. On behalf of our cameraman Dakota Marshall, our producer, man with the plan that knows everything going on, Mr. Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Good night, everybody. See you next week.